Hey, what's up everybody? It's Lids, and we're back for some more Pyre Community RITE Night, which means of course some good old-fashioned multiplayer Pyre, featuring first and foremost none other than the members of the RITE Club Discord server, the place for all things multiplayer Pyre. And if you're interested in getting more involved in multiplayer Pyre, then look no further, because you can join the RITE Club by clicking on, did I spell that correctly? Yes, that link right there. But those of you in chat, you are not off the hook. No, because you see the red circle with the white L below chat. You click on that and you'll find all of the various requests that you can make today, including things ranging from selecting players' exiles, masteries, songs, arenas, even Titan stars are all fair game. So, without further ado, let's hop into versus mode and let me know if there is anyone who would like to get us started today, as I will hop into Discord as well. How's everybody doing? Lilac internet is, knock on wood, seemingly doing a little better today. That's good to hear. The gamers are here. What's up, Macaws? Baylor? Camilo? Still have a little bit of time before your flight? Okay. Sounds good. I did just... technically, I said I was about to jump into the Discord, and then I saw, like, oh man, I'm not the first one there. This is true. What's up, Anor? Okay, now let me actually jump into Discord. Also, I'm not 100% sure. I did see some messages suggesting that they may be ready to go right off the bat. But, okay, well, here we are. All right. Well, is there anyone who would like to get us started today?
Why, hello there.
Why, hello there. How are you?
Doing well. My name is Regina Justitier, and I would like to be a participant in the rites, if at all possible.
That sounds great. We are just getting started, and we are looking for a couple of people to kick us off. So if you are interested, we can have you be one of those two people.
That would be great.
Okay.
I'm just setting up the parsec stuff now.
You actually do not even need parsec. Good news.
Ah.
Bad news. You need to send a friend request to this old guy, this loser over here. Oh gosh, man. Now, my Steam friend code is pinned. If you look in the Black Wagon channel, you should see my Steam friend code, and then you can just send me a friend invite on Steam, and then I can get you in via Steam Remote Play.
Aye, it would be my honor.
Alright, so it sounds like we should have at least one person in for the first one. Do we have anyone else who would like to be player 2 in this situation? Let's see. Lilac says, put me in, coach. Oh, Anor also. Oh, hold on. Let me check the logs. Who said it first? I think Anor technically would be first in the queue. If that works for you, Lilac. Lilac's like, no, I wanted to be the first one to play against Regina. We'll have to fight for it. All right. Lilac. Nor is like, oh no, it's time for the initiation.
My right skills are somewhat lacking.
All right,
as
well,
I've
no
only ever
worries.
battled computer opponents before.
Yeah, it does feel quite a bit different playing a computer versus playing against a human being. There are definitely things that the computer likes to do that people don't do nearly as much, and there are things that people tend to do, and certainly strategies that people have come up with that the computer just never even considers. So it definitely takes a little bit of getting used to, but we've seen that, you know, it's a pretty interesting shift. People, you know, the first few times are like, oh, this is new, this is different, and then after a few goes, suddenly they're like, ah, now I understand. Meanwhile, Lilac and Anor are still fighting over who gets to face off against you. Phaler and Honor, they have oftentimes been the first person to play against new people. That is one thing we've definitely noticed, is that the rate at which people improve once they start doing multiplayer Pyre is dramatic. All right.
I shall look forward to my what's the word for it? There's a word they use for XP in game.
Let me just see. Did I get your friend invite? I did. There we go. Okay. Have you done any Steam remote play before? Oh, hey, Blood Princess, how's it going? But have you done any remote play before, Regina, or is this a first time for you?
I believe I've done it before, not with good results.
Okay,
But-
well, it is moody at times, I won't lie to you, but hopefully we will not run into any such issues today. Okay, invite incoming. And do you
I
usually
graciously
play
accept
on a
this
controller or
sign
keyboard
themselves.
mouse?
Controller.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, Lilac's gonna restart the computer anyway, so it looks like we'll get a Nor in to face off against you at first here. So usually what we do, I'm not sure how familiar you are with the typical RITE NITE format. Typically what we'll do is we'll go for a couple hours or so, we'll get people popping in and out depending on who's available and interested in any given point in time, and you know, there's nothing riding on the games here. You know, there's no liberation at stake. So
I shan't earn my freedom here today.
we do oftentimes have a liberation rite of sorts at the very end to conclude things, but otherwise we're oftentimes taking requests from chat, and so if people want to request that the players take certain characters or masteries or talismans, those kinds of things, then we'll mix it up every once in a while with those sorts of things. Oh, no worries, Nor.
I believe I may have dropped out of the remote place.
Okay, let
Are we
me
to rejoin?
resend you both an invite.
My gratitude.
Also have a video to share once it's my turn, says Lilac. Oh.
I believe it crashed again.
Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. One thing that may be worth checking. Sometimes if you need... if Steam needs to update, sometimes that can be the cause of some of those sorts of issues. Nor says Steam Roleplay crashing too. Alright, in that case, I'm gonna see if I need to update Steam. Give me a second here.
Client is confirmed up to date.
I'm reading the tea leaves. I suspect I may have a Steam update that I've yet to do. Let's see. Exit Steam. Oh, that does mean I'm going to have to obviously close Pyre. 1 second. Steam. I think you probably are about to update. Oh. It didn't? I'm honestly surprised. Oh, also, it's the Steam Summer Sale. Fun fact. That probably started a few days ago, but I only just realized that. Okay, I'm just gonna reboot Pyre, and hopefully restarting Steam was enough, even if it didn't seem like it updated. Did Pyre go on sale? Okay,
No.
let's try this again here.
It being the least popular of Supergiant's games, it tends to go for pretty cheap, as I remember.
Yeah, and then hopefully, you know, obviously, in many ways, Hades 2 is the latest and greatest, but maybe that attracts some attention to Supergiant overall, and you start to see some people flowing over from Hades 2 and into Pyre. That's something we saw with Hades 1 to a pretty significant extent, in fact.
Uh-huh.
I heard someone load in. I may have just heard you both load in. Okay, Nor says she's in.
I am in.
We're both in. Okay, perfect, perfect. Alright, so let me just... Looks like a Nor is on player 2, and is this you on... If you're able to move the cursor, Regina, that means you're probably player 1 here?
That's correct.
Okay, perfect. So in that case, what I'll do... I'll just set you guys up a little bit here. This will be Regina. Regina, do you have a triumvirate that you would prefer to play today?
I represent the Tempers, if I'm...
The Tempers, okay. There we are. All right. Soundtrack edition is also just a little over $5 USD. That's a pretty good deal. $4 for just the base game alone.
I can't believe you can get the soundtrack for $1. That's insane.
Yeah, especially a soundtrack of this quality.
Doesn't it come with like 3 albums? One with every version of Never.
Does it have every version?
I believe so.
If so, that
There's,
is
like,
incredible value.
The bass version, the white loop versions of every song, which are like the acoustic ones, and also the full album of Never to Return tracks.
That's an album in and of itself. Yeah.
Yeah, the black. Is it the black lute and the white mandolin? I can't remember.
Okay, so we're going. That's Rage of Demons, right? The Tempers theme. We don't see Tempers players very often nowadays. That's true. Okay, it seems like this may be it in terms of requests. Just keeping it simple for the time being. Should we check controls? I mean, I'm hoping... Oh, now this is going to be keyboard mouse controls because I was activating it myself here, but I'm hoping that controls-wise we should be fine.
I don't have any control change requests. I use
Okay.
defaults.
That sounds great. Remembering our Tempers players of old. Alright, well, let's get this one started. And so no requests from chat affecting your team compositions. That means that will be all up to you two to take whatever you'd like here.
Greetings, exiles. You are gathered at the pit of Melee. Here you may step closer to achieving freedom. Let us determine which of you is the superior. Tempers, stand prepared.
Aye.
Prepare yourselves, Nightwings.
Okay, and one thing you may notice
Who
is
shall
that we
be
have
first?
modded the game a little bit. So that bottom row of exiles, you may be unfamiliar with.
They are generics, correct?
They are basically, yes, characters who technically do exist in the campaign. They're generally not the captains of their respective teams, but functionally, the idea there is that they are the same classes as the other characters that you're familiar with. It just gives you a way if, for example, you wanted to have 3 worms on your team. That would not have been possible without modding in an additional worm, or 3 harps. So, function the same way as the characters that you already know from those classes. It's just a way to triple up if you want to. Or if you prefer those characters for whatever reason, of course, you can always use them as well.
I shall keep this in mind.
Any other things we should know? A few bug fixes we've done with mods. Gareth is not generic. This is true. Gareth is the star of the downside. He is the most stylish man in existence. Look at that!
Gareth, I presume?
Look at that! All I have to do is describe Gareth's glory, and Regina immediately knows who Gareth is. Indisputable.
I am probably going to, at some point during this preparation, forget to pick my masteries or talismans, because
I think it gives you a warning if you, at least for the talisman, I think it gives you a warning if you don't have it selected yet. We also do have mods for the colors of people's raiments, that's true. In the base game, Snadra here would have her typical Beyonder colored raiments, but you can see instead it is the Temper's green that she is donning on this occasion, and that is not a coincidence.
Talismans. I have not had such a wide selection in all my days.
And there is a second page, not a full page, but has a little bit on that second page. Whoop.
Oh,
And if you click that button, yeah, that'll show you the other team.
that is not the second page button. That is
Yeah.
the other.
Also,
team
the I think it's the right trigger. I think will also just change it automatically for you, and that might be easier using the triggers.
button. Yes. Thank you.
What's up, Hansa? How's it going? Frost King? Oh yeah, there is one arena that we have modded somewhat significantly. It's not the one that we're currently on, so not relevant at the moment, but that is potentially another noteworthy one. Okay, so it is power casting Snadra in the first spot for Regina. We're going with a Bright Wisp Stowaway. What's up, Core? How are you? Now that's a throwback failure that I have not heard in a long time. What is that even? That's like the name of a cartoon from 30 years ago. Or almost the name of a cartoon from 30 years ago. Maybe I'm attributing that to something that you do not intend to attribute that to. But there is, was that a Raji?
That was an imp. I did not see their name.
If it's the new modded imp, that would be Raji.
Then that is a Raji.
Normally of the Fate. That is a Prayer Beads Pamitha in the second spot for Nor. Pinky in the... maybe it's Pinky in the Brain I'm thinking of? Dying Flame Raji, new meta. Hey, that is one of the things that I always like to see when we get new players in, is what new ideas, what new perspectives do they bring? Because it can mix some things up. I mean, I remember once upon a time, it was pretty much unanimously the case. Everyone said that the Can Singularity, the Bottled Void, was the worst talisman in the game. Then eventually, a little core came around and found a way to put it to use, and now, although certainly not one of the more popular talismans, it still certainly has its use cases.
Ignarius.
Speedy Ignarius in the last spot. Which does make sense, of course. Ignarius being the captain of the Tempers under usual circumstances. Alright, last spot for an ore. And it is a quick throwing Volfred. So alright, here we go. Our first rite of the night and our first rite ever for Regina. So welcome to the Rite Club. Happy to have you. As Anor gets us started by plunging in here with her Pamitha for 20 damage, and she had Prayer Beat, so she is back. And that was the auto pass, and then, oh, Pamitha using a sap shield, although she goes down, along with all of her teammates there. And that's a Celestial Spike. Oh, that is... Oh! Regina just barely able to pick up the orb there, as it looked like it was trapped within the aura of the sapling. But Anor has now recovered it, and has now plunged with the stowaway. Now, she does not have prayer beads, so she will not return in this round. Hamatha switches in to Volfred. He's banished. Hamatha now by herself, but she flies in this time. Ari, how's it going? Stowaway stopped. Once again, though, the auto pass activating, but it's not enough. On this occasion, at least, though, Anor quick to counterattack, get the orb back here. Regina with Raji. Raji sniped by the Stowaway. Stowaway teleports to the orb, gives it back to Volfred, and now Hamatha. Hamatha somehow snakes around the defenders, taking a page out of Bertrude's book. And with that plunge, the Stowaway takes the win. GG.
Well played.
The scribes themselves stood by their side.
Well done, you two.
Thus end this night's proceedings.
All right, so let's head on back.
Until the next rite.
And let us know, chat, if there is anything we would like to see for the next one. Nor says, "Welcome to the club."
My gratitude, Anor. A warm welcome to us.
Yes, for what it's worth, Anor is the defending Jomir Cup champion. Jomir Cup? Yeah, Jomir Cup champion. So you are indeed facing off against an esteemed opponent on this occasion.
Ah, what an honor.
Also, chat is asking if you are an Iggy connoisseur.
I've not gotten to romance Ignarius in my time, but I see the merits in Jodario's, I see what Jodario sees in him, shall we see.
Alright, not seeing any requests from chat that... Oh, okay. Chat may have something to say about that. What about his sideburns, though? What about the sideburns?
I am deeply enthralled by sideburns as a concept and on humans.
Yeah, also the finger guns are incredible when he plunges, without question.
I don't think I've seen that.
Oh, you need... Okay, make sure next time you see Iggy plunge, it is, without a doubt, the best plunging animation in the game. Okay, we do have a request here. A couple of requests, actually. One for the Isle of Kalimur, and the other to turn Customize off. Now, Customize off does not exist in the campaign. Are you familiar with how that works in multiplayer?
I'm presuming it allows us the default triumvirates of our given stature.
It is actually even more chaotic than that. In fact, what it does is it will randomly select your characters, masteries, and talismans. In fact, we won't even get to see what those things are in advance. We're just going to get thrown straight into the action and going to be a bit of a guessing game to figure out what your team composition is.
All right.
All right. So
I welcome the chaos.
There we go. I think in that case, that's just about everything. Never mind the token Titan stars that Lilac has requested. Jokes are illegal here. Writing, perfectly legal. Jokes, however, banned.
What happens if I get exiled from the downside?
Yeah, you get double exiled.
Is that just where Sandra ended up?
Good question. Alright, so let's see what we have here. For Regina, it looks like a Nomad, a Harp, and that's Orlek. No ordinary demon. Oh, and then for Anor, it is a Sap, Gareth the Savage right here, and Raji the Imp, and one of Anor's exiles had the Black Hoof Curse Talisman, which prevents that character from picking up the orb. I didn't catch which one it was. It might have been Palmus the Sap. Well, obviously I think it has to be. Process of elimination. Saw everyone else pick it up. Yep, it's Palmus. He has been cursed. for a second there, it looked like that was actually the imp who did it. Oh, and you saw Anor moving Palmas in onto the pyre, and you could see the gears turning. Suspected what Anor was up to there. Oh, Snadra with the shoulder smash, and also may have the fairy spirit, creating those moon drops that provide infinite stamina when a character picks them up. It did look like Snadra received one of those. Well, there is Gareth, plunging in for 20 to get us started. But he does not have prayer beads, so he is now gone for this round. Nor moving in with Rajin gets a huge implosion in the process. And it looks like Oralek has higher hope than usual. Because that definitely was not 30 seconds, which is his default respawn time. So I'm not sure what the cause of that is, if that's a hope egg. Yeah, it's about 18, maybe slightly more than an 18-second respawn for Oralek. That's practically half what it would typically be. And there is the moon drop from the Fairy Spirit. Confirmation it is coming from Snadra. Snadra makes a move, shoulder smashes the defender, creates a moon drop in the process. Oh, that's interesting. And Anor can't pick up the orb here with Palmas. Anor once again is just stuck in the corner, can't do anything with Palmas. Just waiting for other exiles to return. Now at least Raji can make a move for her, except Regina was in position on the other side of that portal, ready to go. And that was Zoxiana, blocked the first time, second time, blocked and banished. Now everyone down on Regina's side, but Anor can't do anything about it because once again, she's stuck with Palmas. Anor shields off the harp attack. But history just keeps on repeating itself. As Anor plunged with Gareth, so he's not coming back in this round, which means she's relying very heavily on Raji to carry the load offensively. It's just that Raji is finding himself banished fairly often, as he is right now. Oh, now, I don't know. Chat has some things to say about Palmas here, drawing some conclusions based on his inability to pick up the orb. Look, I'm afraid he just has a serious case of butterfingers on this occasion. It's nothing personal. Oh, but Anor set up a portal straight on top of Regina's pyre, and so able to plunge quickly through that portal. And eventually, Anor does manage to get a new round in which Gareth is once again available. So maybe Anor will not find herself in quite the situation she was in before, although it nearly repeated itself right as I said that. Portal is fairly dangerous for Anor. So Gareth goes through. This time Anor, though, very mindful to go the throwing route rather than the plunging route, as I think the previous round demonstrated just how critical Gareth is going to be to her offensive success. Chewing Dragon, how's it going? Palmas's arms were canonically burnt during the Manly's Mansion explosion. And there is a 25 damage plunge from Oralek for Regina. People were suspecting that it might be the ring for Oralek. I think it's the Hope Egg. I don't think the ring would make his respawn that quick. Does it? In that time, a plunge from Zoxiana, but no prayer beads on Zoxiana, so she is now gone in this round. Snadra gets rid of Gareth. Anor with Raji. Snadra picks up the moon drop. Oh, but Raji gets some revenge here. And gets rid of everyone on Regina's side. Gareth eyes the portal, then thinks better of it. Now, though, goes through and has time for the throw. Oh, look at that. The cast carried into the moon drop. Very interesting play there. The moon drops I feel like there's some potential there. We haven't really explored very often, because you don't see people take the Fairy Spirit very often, but might be some clever tricks people can pull off with it.
precision.
And with that throw, 20 damage from Gareth, it does drop Regina down to 5. Now, of course, that would suggest 1 score may be all that Lenore needs here. However, one of the things about having customized off is we don't know. There is one talisman that gives rekindling. Might Regina have it? Not on this occasion. So with that plunge, Lenore takes the win. GG.
What a crushing victory
Well
it
played.
was. The right
Whoa,
is
whoa,
ended
Chewing Dragon, slow down. Slow down. Well played, you two. Let's head on back.
until the stars align.
I should pull up this chat.
Yeah, I know
See what the audience is saying.
Sorry, what was that?
I should pull up this chat so I might see what the audience.
Oh, we were speculating on some of the pieces of equipment and masteries that characters had there, because I was remarking about how your Oralek only had about an 18-second respawn time, which may sound like a lot, but it's usually 30 seconds. So that was a big difference, a big improvement. I know it does just the first few points in Hope, yeah, in particular, make a dramatic difference, but is 3 enough to cut it by that much? Oh, yeah, I guess. If you had the Hope Egg, you'd be at 9 Hope, which, yeah, is in and around standard demon time, 8 to 9 seconds. Yeah, maybe it was a ring on Oralek in that case. Yeah, I think the song was random. Did we get one that was fitting? I didn't even notice what it was.
I believe it was Grand Tradition or Great Tradition. What's that one called?
Okay. Well, let us know, chat, if there is anything we are looking for the next one. Otherwise, we'll set ourselves back to our default settings here. Turn the customize back on, unless we hear otherwise. Oh, Anor, what did Anor make? You did one at the beginning, which I definitely saw, and we did that. Oh, you had the one for Regina's Choice, which I totally missed. I totally missed that, Anor. My bad. Okay.
My choice. Huh?
Regina, up to you to pick a song of your choosing. We have actually not 100% of the songs are available in the Versus Mode Multiplayer Edition. However, we have modded in a few more, so I can cycle through them if you'd like.
Yes, please. Do we have In the Flame?
I don't think we do. Let me check. Yeah, I don't think so. Then we're just gonna get into all the Never to Returns, which are the last ones on the list.
Alright. I'll take Snake Soul.
Snake Soul? Okay.
Gotta love them deep dudes.
There we go. Alright. Anything else, or is that it? Seems like that might be all.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Let's get going then. That means this one, the team setups will be all up to the players.
The Tempers shall now face the Night Wings. Welcome.
We did, however, at this very moment, just get an Exiles request, which perhaps is just in time for us to squeeze this one in, if you guys would like. It's Exiles compete in the food eating contest. So interpret that however you will. I take that to mean you are picking whichever characters you think would be most successful in some kind of food eating contest.
Well, I must simply have the chef.
Yeah, as in who eats the most. This is, you know, sometimes the requests are fairly straightforward. Take this, take that. Sometimes they're a little more open-ended, up for interpretation. Maybe we take it easy on the lore initially. Oh, true. Messenger Imp's plunging animation does look very much like he would eat a lot.
Well, none of these talismans appear to be edible to my eyes.
What kind of talisman are you looking for?
Something edible.
You say this. We have absolutely had requests for edible talismans in the past, and it has taken a fair bit of effort for people to find ones that at least could pass as being edible.
Edwin.
Taking Ignarius from the Tempers. How dirty.
This is true, Inora's perhaps stealing your exile. Tizo's bio says he would commit crimes against Commonwealth cuisine if he could. I'm gonna have to see this. I did not remember that. Meanwhile, Nora's like, yeah, hold on. Give me a second here. Tizo is older than he appears. We may have been debated. Check his bio.
There are a lot of imps in the downside, but few, if any, are like this one. In fact, he
Is
seems to be
Moto?
descended from the most famous imp of all. Tizo is older than he appears and drove the black wagon of the night.
Oh, okay, there it is. It is true. And actually, no, Nora's like, no way. That can't be real. It actually is canon.
Well, I suppose one of us must pick Tizo.
I don't know if either of you were planning on taking him, but I think someone has to now. Nor says, I will also honor Regina's choice to have edible talismans. Or in this case, drinkable. I hope you're not eating the flask.
Glorious.
Otherwise, I would be very concerned.
Speaking of drinking,
Food and drink. I mean, if we're having an eating competition here, if that's the lore, then I think it's pretty important that you have some beverages to help wash that food down.
is void edible?
I would say no. I would say you would be eating a black hole in that situation, which is probably not medically advisable.
Downside cuisine has some eccentricities to it.
I think, as I said, we have had requests for edible talismans in the past. I think we have had to resort to the leech on a few occasions. Meanwhile, chat has its own opinions about which ones are and are not edible. I was wondering if anyone would take the prayer beads, because everyone forgets. You gotta read the description on the prayer beads, but that is actually perhaps one of the most edible of all the talismans. Also doubles as a very powerful talisman, which is a nice bonus.
I'm not sure if I'm allowed to make that joke on this stream.
Do you remember? They're dried seeds, the prayer beads, which, if we're talking about eating slugs as an alternative, you know, dried husks of seedlings. I think I'll take that. Oh, don't forget. You got one mastery. You missed.
Oh. Apologies.
Meanwhile, now we need to read all of the imp's motives to see if anyone else has any issues with downside or Commonwealth cuisine. Yeah, see, I'm gonna have to pass on the slug pizza.
In my mind, definitely
Tizo.
needs the word applaud.
Commence.
Chat says I'm a coward for turning down the slug pizza. I don't know if that's the word I would use. Well, here comes Anor,
Are the first to
plunging in for 10, what with the stubborn flame, reducing her damage on Barker.
a swift recovery.
Udmilda. Tizo going on a banishing spree. He's committing crimes against Commonwealth cuisine. We're witnessing it firsthand.
Parker throws himself into the flames.
But it's Barker plunging again. Now, he does have prayer beads, so I think that was a deliberate choice there from Anor.
Splendid.
Though this time, with the demon plunge, more damage of course, but now no Iggy in this round, and those were the finger guns, for what it's worth. Of course, I say this after the fact. Pamitha plunges in for 20, and then also 10 leech, courtesy of the Flame Leech. So net 30-point play there for Regina. Though it does mean no Pamitha in this round. Iggy, back at it. Blocked. And banished. Headwind beats Barker to the race. Tizo back defensively for Anor against Headwind. Headwind goes one way, but Tizo up to the task.
Tempers banished to the last.
Is there time for Anor to move in with Iggy? Knocks back one defender. Stuns him the second time. There are the finger guns.
Into the adversary's flame.
That time, Barker gets banished. So instead, it's Regina. Pamitha
Per the sacred law.
plunging in for 20. Also, Ignarius has a line that sounds like he's saying chili, which is what it just sounded like he said when he was being banished there, which also feels fitting in a match in which we are trying to choose characters based on eating a whole bunch of food.
Deftly thwarted the
That time, Ignarius goes down, and it leaves Udmilda against Barker. Both characters cast, but it's Barker who wins out. Then maneuvers around the defender and in, and again, Stubborn Flame reducing the damage, so just 10 there. Iggy again for Anor. Banished this time by Pamitha. She's blocked. and banished herself. Headwind against Barker. It's Iggy who gets the banishment, but then gets banished. Barker tries to sneak around the other side, but Udmilda was in position, and Udmilda is currently the only one out here. So time for her to plunge. I don't know if we ever get Ron's dad's name. I think he always just refers to him as Dad. Now Pamitha, and brings back Headwind against Tizo. Tizo does enough here. Gives it up to Ignarius, back to Tizo, back to Ignarius. Ignarius makes his move. Finger guns once again, good for 20 damage. He's always just Dad. Ooh, last second save there from Udmilda to stop Barker. Tizo getting aggressive here. But in the meantime, here's Pamitha plunging for 20, leeching 10. Iggy. Down he goes. Barker. He's banished. That leaves just Tizo for Nor. He's blocked. Banishes Udmilda, and now has stalled enough to get his teammates back just in time because he did go down himself. Iggy, the only one out there at the moment, at least until Udmilda returns. Oh, but Iggy manages to banish her. Does still get banished by Headwind, though.
Why, that was all of them.
But now Regina defenseless, so time for a 10 damage plunge from Barker. Headwind gets rid of Iggy, nearly leaps over Tizo. Room perhaps for Barker, who makes it in here. And that means one plunge of the Iggy variety, or full damage throw, would be enough for Nor. Anything else would fall a little bit short of the mark here. That includes a Barker plunge. That is good for 10, and now any of Nor's exiles would have enough damage. That being said, Regina does have some rekindling potential, or rather some leech potential, I should say, with Pamitha. But Anor gets in with Barker for the winning plunge. GG.
Well played, my friend.
Well played, you two.
The ceremony is complete.
All right. Let's head on back.
Until the next rite.
And I believe this shall be my last for the night.
Okay. All right then. So Regina is looking to swap out after this, and I know Lilac was, yeah, Lilac was interested in getting in. Don't worry, Lilac. Oh yeah, is that okay, Anor? It sounds like Lilac wants to play at least one game against Regina. So maybe we can get Lilac in here. Okay. Thank you, Anor. GG's. Good to have you, as always. And let me get an invite out for Lilac.
Ah, I was muted. Hello.
Hello. How's it
Hello.
going, Lilac?
Hello. Hello, Regina. Welcome to RITE Club.
Greetings and salutations, my fine compatriot.
Blood Princess, your emotes are always so fantastic.
Oh, Lids. Well, question, how much time do you have left, Regina? Like, should I, because I wanted to present the video that I have made, but I wanted to know if I should do that before or after this rite.
Is this
I
an
would
hour-long
anticipate
video?
Spending about 15 more minutes in the rites, but if you have something you wish to show me, then I shall simply watch.
Does that mean that it is okay to present it now?
Yes?
Alright. Okay. Make it public. you.
Does this video by any chance have copyrighted music in it?
I don't think it does.
That
time,
is
thankfully.
not the most compelling of statements, but not the most convincing of statements.
I am fairly certain that it does not.
Does it have music in it? Let me ask you that then.
Yes.
Okay. I'm not sure we can show it on stream in that case, but
It's like Mario music or something.
Oh.
I don't actually know. It's like audio that
from a
has
game or something.
Yeah. Is
Okay,
that
if it's-
okay?
It might be okay then.
Okay, I'm sending it in voice text.
Okay.
I'm hoping that you will present it on
Let's see.
stream. So a little bit of context for this is about a couple of weeks ago, Lids, are you aware that you are able to make the CPU fight against itself?
You know, that's probably not something that I have made much of a point of doing.
Well, it's a thing that you can do, and a couple of weeks ago, I spent like 2.5 hours making the CPU play against itself.
Oh, I thought you meant like my computer's CPU. Like I can destroy my own computer's CPU. I was like, I don't know why I would want to do that. Maybe there's a way to willfully destroy my own hardware, but you know, that's not typically something I enjoy doing.
Wait, what did you say, Regina?
I said we speak here of the rights, not the threads of intent.
Okay, that's important context. Now I'm with you.
I thought that it would be clear since this is right club.
That is not where my head was at first.
So you can make CPU mode fight against CPU mode, and
Yes,
that's what I
yes.
did. Specifically on like level 1 difficulty.
Oh no.
So just play the just show the video.
All right, 1 second. Let me get this up. Okay.
Holla guitar. John Madden.
Oh no.
Point, question mark, exclamation point, question mark, exclamation point, question mark, fail.
So is this the, what is it called, Moonbase Alpha or something that the audio is from?
999. I'm laughing for real right now. 999.
Oh no. Oh my god.
John Madden, football, John Mark.
There we go.
I hope you enjoyed.
That was incredible.
Thank
Truly
you.
enlightening experience.
Yes.
Why, thank you for sharing.
You are welcome. I thought that you'd all enjoy it.
All right. Let me see. I think we do have some requests for this one. We have
No.
we have Titans, one particular Titan star. We have all cursed talismans, dread design, and the pit. I think that's everything. Let me double check. Yes. Okay. So, you know, good luck with that. Oh, let me see. Lilac, you're on keyboard mouse, right?
That I am.
Okay. And which, oh, let me make sure you have controls. That would probably help. Okay.
I will say, this is the smoothest session of Steam Remote Play.
Oh dear. I'm gonna need everyone to knock on wood right now.
Hold on.
My desk is made of a sufficiently wood-like.
Okay.
There. Was that sufficient enough?
Thank you all. Okay, Lilac, which triumvirate would you like to be?
I shall choose fate this It's
Okay.
weak. Wait, actually no. Actually no. Dissidence. because I
Dissidence. Okay.
want Dissidence to spite Chewing Dragon.
Okay. In that
Sorry,
case, I think
chair.
we are now ready to go. We do have a Titan Star. The most critical of all Titan Stars, of course.
The Titan
course.
Stars.
The extra brain cell.
Look out.
Who is the brain cell going to exactly?
In this situation, it would be going to you, Lilac.
Tempers
Ah.
shall confront. the
Just
Oh,
be
so-
mindful.
okay.
With great power comes great
Welcome.
responsibility.
I am aware. Regina, a bit of
Who
Right
shall
Club
conduct
lore
the
that you might
rites?
not know about is that choosing Isla as
Oh.
the Titan Star, specifically in versus mode, it gives you an extra brain cell.
Oh, I believe my controls may.
Try pressing the start button, the pause button. Does that work?
No.
Okay,
Allow me to
let's
restart my
see.
controller.
We may have jinxed it. We may need to do the typical
I didn't knock on wood hard enough.
the musical chairs, remote play musical chairs. Any luck now? There we go.
Indeed.
Okay.
Well,
Be patient with me, Androboles.
Okay, so remember, all cursed talismans is one of the requests here. I think let's see, we did Song, we did Arena, did Titan Star. So yeah, only thing left we have are the 3 cursed talismans. Black Claw, Black Heart, Black Hoof.
Wait, what? I didn't remember that.
Yeah, that was there too. I think it was a very deliberate effort to turn this into a cursed match.
Chewing Dragon, why do you hate me?
Chewing Dragon says this is why the true dissidents were formed.
Very important question. This is a bit of information that I need from all new players. Sometimes even not new players.
Sir Gilman.
I will ask this at random for no reason at all. Who is your favorite character?
Jodariel.
Excellent choice. What about second favorite character?
Oh. Udmild, I think. She gives such character to the rites.
Interesting.
Intriguing. I feel like I wrote her might.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think I saw I wrote her saying he was unavailable today. He might be in chat, but I imagine he would approve of that decision, that opinion.
Supporter of Isla or something. From what I hear. Oh yeah, Cursed Talisman.
Headwind.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
What?
Chewing Dragon? Let's take it easy.
chew-
Let's
what's-
not get carried away here.
Chewing Dragon, no.
Bad Chewing Dragon.
no.
Oh no!
What?
He says we cannot stop him.
Jodariel.
Chewing Dragon, I thought we were friends. You wouldn't do this to your friend, would you?
Orlek.
Oh no, Ansa. No, don't take us there. Don't go there.
Don't go where? I was saying, oh no, because I just remembered that I gave Orlac Black Claw instead of Black Hoof, so I still have to give someone Black Hoof.
Ansa's like, oh no, okay, never mind.
It's too late, Ansa.
I'm afraid once that door has been opened, there is no closing it.
You have opened Pandora's box. You have to live with your fate. Oh god, I haven't.
Tizo.
The question has been asked. Alright, so now we have ourselves a cursed match in just about every way that can be conceived between Regina and Lilac. As Regina gets us started with a 25 damage plunge from the worm. It does mean Gilman is now gone in this round. Orlac. Oh, with the Black Claw slowing down Regina. Regina's still able to get the banishment, except... Oh no. Lilac nearly caught with only one defender, and that one defender as a defenseless Howler. In fact, that is the case right now. But wait! Perhaps there's an opening!
Oh my god, no!
Can the Howler do it? No, not on this occasion. Unfortunately, although Lilac did get somewhat close there, but now no one to stop Jodariel here.
Someone should form a team.
Oh, but the throw is just short. All Howlers on the triumvirate, is that what you said?
Yes,
I mean, it's
all
possible.
triumvirate.
It can be done.
I mean, like just all Howlers the whole match.
It can be done. You better hope that you have the orb at all times. But other than that, yeah, you can do it. Regina gets some banishments there. Looking to set up Jodariel, who now plunges here for 30. What is this? The Oracle of Delphi?
What? I don't understand that reference. No.
Oh, and now Regina caught with a very small Howler. Oh, but it's a very quick one as well. Look out.
It's
Oh, and now it's Lilac's turn.
No.
And neither player can pick up the orb with these characters, so they're at a bit of a standoff.
Wait.
Just still. There's no one there to stop Regina, but Regina can't pick up the orb. Finally, Orlac has it for Lilac and plunges here for 25. But it means no Orlac in this round, because obviously no one has prayer beads.
I swear. I'm normally better than this, I swear.
Headwind.
Now I'm kind of glad that an orb played first. So that this isn't your first impression of what Right Club has to offer.
Oh, everyone down. Oh, but Regina remembers. Oh, they can't pick up the orb with that exile. And then Lilac does get someone back, but it was a Howler, so couldn't defend, but it doesn't matter. Lilac still plunges. You may not be able to defend with those Howlers, but you can score with them. Lilac building momentum off of that Howler. We have ourselves a match here.
It is sure is a match.
Seize chance active. That gives bonus damage for Regina's worm. But it now means no Gilman. Orlac glitching all over the place there a bit with the jump. Does go down in the process. And now Jodariel for Regina. Down she goes. And that means perhaps an opportunity here for Lilac. If Headwind is quick enough, but not quite.
No sign of the dissidents for now.
Time perhaps for Jody now.
I cannot
Headwind returns in non-Howler form.
You can't use what?
my opponent's moon signs.
This is true. You can only use
Oh, some wall bouncing from Headwind. Hedwyn comes back in non-howler form, so he is able to get the banishment. Now retrieve the orb. Jody back defensively, gets the stop. Jody against Orlek. Orlek knocking his own teammates. Oh, but Orlek gets a double banishment, has time now. Lilac charges up the throw. So now we have ourselves with what could be a one-score game, at least for Regina, if it is a full damage score from Jodario. Oh, that's not what Lilac wanted to see. That's not what Lilac wanted to see! Oh, but still Tizo able to get the last second save, and Lilac might need to rely on this Howler a little bit more than one would typically like, except Regina can't do anything here with Udmilda. But Lilac doesn't get anyone back in time. Gilman doesn't have enough damage to finish it by himself, which means Lilac is still in this. Now anyone would have enough damage, though, for Regina. Including Jody. Hedwyn returns in his normal nomad form.
You say that as though it would be abnormal for him to be a howler.
He has turned into a howler quite a bit in this match.
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty normal at this point.
Regina with Jody against Lilac with Tizo, and now Orlek and Hedwyn all back. Orlek moves in, but he goes down. Hedwyn, though, with perhaps some time here. He doesn't have enough damage by himself, but with that, oh, he scores for 20 and leeches 10.
Wait, what?
There goes the orb.
That means, well, it is still a one-score game, potentially, for either player here. Here comes the plunge from Gilman with just enough damage for Regina to finish the job. GG.
Thus end this night's
I kept
proceedings.
switching back to Udmild, but it would pass the ball to her. Them?
Oh.
What are Udmild's pronouns?
Her. I'm pretty
Her.
sure her.
Well
It
played,
would try
you
and
two.
pass the ball to Udmild, who would receive it and then immediately bounce it up in the air.
Yep.
Which means if I was doing that to try and move Udmild forward to Jodariel, the ball would move backwards.
No, no.
Oh no.
Wild game.
Wild game indeed, but a good game nonetheless.
And thank you for allowing me into your humble rights.
Well, thank you for stopping by. Welcome to the Right Club, Regina. Good to have you. Did you say you need to head out now?
Indeed.
All right, no worries. Let me free you from remote play. There you are.
And thus
Never to
from my
return.
orb I am freed. Farewell.
Fare thee well.
She's free.
All
Oh,
right.
yeah, didn't Ansa want to play against
It looks like, yeah, let me just double check. I think I just saw Ansa expressing interest. I don't think we had anyone else who had explicitly stated that they were looking to get in here. So I think that may mean you're at the front of the queue here, Ansa. If I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Are you currently on the Steams? Oh yes, you are. You are.
on the Steams.
There we go. Invite should be on its way, Ansa.
Hello.
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 All
How's
right,
it
all
going?
right.
Ansa, did you
Doing
like my
quite good.
video?
I did actually. It was quite
Okay.
funny.
Why, thank you.
Was that the CPU playthrough?
Yes.
The
stuff that you
CPU
were
level 1
talking
against
about?
CPU level 1.
Indeed it was.
I was like, that is some glitching.
Some things are
sure
happening.
is.
I'm not sure either player is ever going to score, but some things are happening.
Oh, okay. I don't know what I'm. Oh no, I'm Beyonders.
Beyonders for you?
Yep.
Okay. Let me see.
I didn't know which player I was.
Ah, there we go.
All right, all right, all right.
Alright. Oh, hold on.
One of these days, I'm gonna do enough
How do you spell
voice
his
training.
I'm sorry. I made a bad joke.
What was the bad joke?
You said alright, and I started typing in Matthew McConaughey as your name. You were doing it right as I was typing in her name, so, you know, I felt the need.
What were you
Incredible.
saying? What were you saying, Maxa?
Oh, I was just like, the fact that I'm like recorded on these streams, maybe hopefully I'll do enough voice training one day that I'll look back and be like, ah, my voice is much deeper than that.
I believe in you.
Ugh, voice training sucks.
Alright, I think we had, let me see. Ari has requested all imps with wild heart, and they must stay in howler form. That's what I was suggesting. Lilac said, oh, we should do an all howlers match, and I mean, that's what I meant when I said it's possible. That's how you do it.
Alright.
That is how you do it. Matthew McConaughey style.
I am terrified.
You know,
I'm not
You-
good against
that-
Lilac on the best of days. I'm not gonna be good against Lilac when it's all howlers.
I
who
mean, if you
knows
have the
what's about to
ball-
happen.
If you have the ball, then you can't really get exiled by a howler, I don't think.
It's pretty much a race for the orb initially,
Oh,
and
question,
that's about it.
Question, I'm assuming that we all have to turn into howlers before we race for the ball.
I'll have to
Yeah,
carry what?
Definitely. We'll have to be howlers first before racing for the ball.
Oh, yeah, that's actually pretty critical.
I'm
'Cause
asking you, is that how it works?
Yeah,
I would
is
say
that
that's
going to be the
what we
modus
should do,
operandi?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that's going to be the deciding factor in that case. Is going to be who can transform the quickest.
Faster.
Yeah,
Whose input is the best?
yeah.
Who has the
The gamer strats.
I have one
gamer
one
equipment?
idea for how we could potentially make this slightly more workable with teams that are unable to banish each other.
Do tell.
Work the boat.
Boat.
And it is based on the arena, but it is not the boat. Actually,
'cause you just kill. Yeah.
I don't know if you can even land in the lava. You can in normal imp form, but you can't jump. So on second
I mean, you
thought,
can fall off.
it might not be.
boat,
I
boat,
don't even
boat.
think you can.
Boat.
I don't think it's a
We're gonna do
fact.
howler on the
Boat.
boat. Boat magic. Let's go.
Boat.
If you would like, we can go to the boat.
Are you withdrawn now, Lilac?
Oh, yeah, when did that happen? Oh, and let me...
I mean, the green is fun, but yeah.
1 second. Wait, no, you are supposed to be Beyonders. No, both of your triumvirates got changed. Okay, this was right. That's wrong. There we go.
That's weird.
Okay, now I think we are ready.
Alright. Let's get this party.
Tripling down on the Matthew McConaughey.
Shall take on the withdrawn.
My spikes are pretty steady, but they are kind of high for the lag.
Okay.
So hopefully it'll stay consistent for this, because I know last time I went against Lilac, it was like consistently I lost because no, I was gonna lose anyways, but like I couldn't play at all in some
Listen,
parts.
you had me like hyperventilating there, so don't beat yourself up like that. You were doing good.
I'm not beating myself up. I'm just not a good player. You gotta learn.
Well, this match is perhaps going to be a little different,
Yep.
if you know what I
Okay,
mean.
so yeah.
Just choose.
Do you
I
have
need a triple monitor.
controls here
Hello?
on site? Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
oh! I thought I was player 2. I'm so sorry.
No, no, it's
Wait,
okay.
hold up. Why did it change you back to the True Nightwings? It changed both of your triumvirates
did.
again.
Oh, that is weird. I'm not concerned about it, honestly. What are we? This doesn't even matter. does it?
Lilac? I did notice, once I tabbed back in, that I was fighting for control over the mouse a bit. I didn't think
Christ.
much of it, but you know, now that I do think back on that occasion, I start to wonder.
What's the thing? The heart?
It would actually, it is your, you took it, but it's a mastery. It's this one here. So if you salute, you will transform into a howler. Yes, you have a chance of making that happen if you use this talisman, but this is the only guaranteed way with that talisman.
Gotcha. I'm just gonna put the prayer beads just for gets and shiggles.
Tizo.
Some what?
Shits and giggles, but it's gets and shiggles.
I see.
Like how I say yell yeah.
Mm-hmm. But
Lilac, are you withdrawn now? Are you stealing Irota's spot?
Well, you see, Lilac changed both of your triumvirates before we started the
don't
match
have
on
proof-
two
you don't-
separate occasions.
you don't have proof that I did that.
I do, in fact, have proof of that, because the only way that someone can take control over the cursor is if you were to use the... And it was the... it's a different shaped cursor, depending on if it's keyboard mouse or if it's a controller, and it was the keyboard mouse shaped controller. So I do, in fact, know that it was you.
It's on video, Lilac.
It is also
Like,
on
it's
video.
literally on video. Like this is being recorded as we speak.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I just, at first, thought it was a strange oddity. And then, second time round, I realized, oh no, this is not a coincidence.
You're getting trolled.
This is not some bug.
Lilac is full of mischief.
Messenger.
Indeed.
Okay. Okay, so I gotta remember what a salute button is.
Should be, I think it's Y on an Xbox controller. The top one.
Lilac, are you making noises of the imps?
Lilac is indeed making imp noises, yes.
Messenger.
Okay, so now I know who's gonna make the. I've been replaced. I'm not doing Tizo. Lilac is doing Tizo.
Wait, no, I want to hear your imp noises.
I can't. I was just gonna be like, I can't right now. I'm too tired.
That is alright.
Like I can't like figure out. I need to like. Oh shit. That is not what I wanted to do, but it's okay.
You have the, scribe
Yeah.
stuff if you want to reset your masteries.
Oh yes.
On the second page.
Yes.
Yeah, there
Got
you
a
go.
whole lot of scribe snuff.
Oh my god, stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Can you tell I grew up really well with controllers, and I am so good at controllers, and I was so accurate with being able
It's
to use these
okay.
goddamn joysticks.
It
I
is
am so frustrated with my upbringing of lack of knowing how to use a controller.
I have never used a controller a day in my life, so. if that
Neither did I
helps-
until I played this game.
Ah,
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I'm really bad, because I was actually getting there with the controls with keyboard mouse, but I had this whole entire year-long stint of, okay, it's actually this control. No, actually I switched it around and it's this control. So Core and I finally figured out what the heck to do. That's the actual default controls. Because mine kept reversing themselves. I had to keep relearning them, and it was really annoying.
Alright, well, here we go with our Howler Showdown. Oh, I thought you guys were saying you're gonna change all of your characters into Howlers at the beginning before anyone raced
wait,
for the
I
orb.
thought it did it all at once!
No, you have to do them all individually!
Oh!
Glory first to the true Nightwing.
I thought that's what we agreed to! Wait, but whoever plunges
Wait, you can
has
do it-
one
you can
fewer
do it
Howler
back?
they have to transform, and therefore they'll
you
be
can do
quicker.
it back and forth.
The adversary's
Yes.
flame.
Incredible. Okay.
technically it's perfectly balanced, as all things should be, because whoever plunges is going to lose that exile, and therefore will have fewer people that they need to transform. Or your masteries.
Oh, yeah.
Your masteries may give you more damage or leech. Excuse me, Lilac!
That was an accident.
You cheated! You get rid of that orb immediately.
I can't. Wait.
You can, if you transform back, you can. You have to, Lilac, you have to transform all
Wait,
of
that's
your
not what I wanted to do.
howlers.
Wait, what am I doing? Oh, that's not jump punch.
It's hard.
I thought we established
No, I
everyone
can't
is
jump as a
transforming
howler.
all of their howlers before anyone races for the orb. I thought that we established this.
Now to the flame.
Oh, rip. There goes my howler. Oh, shit. Oh my god, please stop.
Infinite stamina on your howler is fantastic.
It's very funny.
How very fortunate
Oh wait,
for the
gotta
withdrawn.
change it. This is uncomfortable. I don't like playing this.
You
I
don't
don't like
say.
playing this.
It's almost
Yeah,
like the game wasn't intended to be played this way.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't do this.
No.
I literally spending my entire time trying to figure out the controls to switch between my trumpets.
Alright, hold on. Oh.
Excuse me? Are you trying to eat your opponent? Because it really looks like it.
Huh? I
You're
froze.
sick. Everyone is. All the
What if I
howlers
just
are.
cheated? This is a party. This is what it is. It's a party. Just go, please plunge already and end my suffering.
Okay.
I want to end my suffering
Okay.
of this horrifying match.
There.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna win this one.
Wait!
What?
You can block each other if you both go over the puddle simultaneously. You can dispossess.
What?
You can dispossess each other that way. You actually can have a legitimate right.
Oh my god. Hello? Hello?
What a discovery! What a discovery! So the right is
Hello?
on.
No. Give me my ball.
You just gotta avoid
It
the
is
waterfalls.
possible to stop people with a
You just gotta
howler.
avoid-
We learned something today. We learned something very special. Also, Lilac cheated again.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you absolutely did. Your last imp was still an imp.
Oh, there-
Look out for the puddle. Look out for the puddle! Don't go over the puddle!
Are you having fun splashing in the puddles?
Yeah, also prayer beads is actually a disadvantage because it means you no longer
Blow against the adversary's
benefit from having only two
Yeah.
Oh yeah, actually, that means if you score, you have an advantage.
Yeah.
So you want to be the first to score and then just build upon that momentum repeatedly.
Yeah.
Unless you go over the puddle and get blocked and dispossessed. Now it's not. There it is.
No.
Go now, Howler.
No.
Ha!
exactly by the
Your foolishness has proven to be your downfall.
Can't a
Hubris.
guy have a little fun?
now
No,
go.
no, 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 no.
Thus to great
Please, please end my suffering.
I did
Please,
not expect
please
for
end
us to
my
make such a
suffering.
discovery today.
once more.
Oh, the race is on. Lilac wins that race, gets the plunge, and it means one more score for Lilac. That's
Yeah,
all
I'm
they
not
need.
Are now favored to prevail.
Oh wait, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm learning how to switch. Important things to learn. I'm learning how to switch. This has been a learning opportunity for. Just plunge, please.
GG.
The withdrawn
Jesus Christ.
That was.
Please never do that again.
That
Can we
was
ban
interesting.
that? Can that be banned? Like,
I
can
feel like
as-
that was a one-time thing. We have now we made an interesting discovery. Don't get me wrong, but I think we probably want to put that one on the shelf now.
We made history, I
we'll
suppose.
save it for special
We made history.
occasions.
I mean, I
We are
think
not saving it for shit. We are never doing that again.
I think the takeaway is that on those rare occasions when it's probably going to have to be on customize off.
Oop.
Lilac.
That was me, actually. I
Okay.
pressed the wrong button.
Wasn't
I am
me.
so sorry. This
I think
time it
that's-
was my incompetence.
I think that's just going to come back to customize off, where you get a random team. You happen to get an exile who has the cursed talisman that can turn them into a howler. And then for people who remember that this is a thing, you might actually be able to get an unexpected block and defensive play with that howler when your opponent thinks they have a free score.
Such a niche edge case.
It's so niche. It's such an edge case, but I just really want that to happen at some point. Like a year from now, it's the one person who remembers that
Ooh.
that's a thing.
Frost King did a really cool thing. No cursed talismans. Pick 3 talismans for the other person. They can put in whatever order however the user likes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I want to be nice or do I want to be mean?
Yeah, so, well, let's see. Who's... Ansa's player 1. Lilac is picking
Yeah.
for Ansa, so Lilac is setting the precedent here.
Well, so Frost, is it pick 3 off the bat? And
What about?
Oh, interesting. So you
Yeah, I
pick
think you pick
3 for
3
your
off the
opponent, but
bat.
your opponent can opt to either take the talisman or take none of the above. You pick all 3 at the start, and you choose however you want to
Yeah.
use them. Okay.
okay, I can probably play maybe 2 more matches before I have to go.
Okay, so why don't we
Alright.
start this one up? It's probably also easier when you have the list of talismans in front of you.
Yeah, I am not core and have everything memorized.
Shall
Oh,
confront
the boat
Did we
again.
lock in the boat?
Yeah.
Or was this a random boat?
No, this is random. This was a random boat. Okay. Let's
Who
see.
shall
Oh,
conduct the
hello.
rites?
Thank you. Okay, so...
So Lilac, you pick 3 talismans. Ansa, you can choose when and where you want to use those 3, or if you want to take none of the above, you have that choice as well. That's
Okay.
I think that's what
So,
Frost King was
I'm
saying.
going to give you Thorn Knot, Lilac. I'm giving you a theme, actually, here. I'm going to give you the Nil and Leech. And then I'm going to give you... Where's another nature-y one? That's not nature.
Prayer beads are dried
Fairy
seeds.
Spirit. I'm gonna give
Fairy
you
Spirit?
Fairy Spirit,
No, fairy spirit
Nil
is
and
like-
Leech.
That's not. It's a literal fairy nature.
But fairies presumably do not exist.
Only presumably.
Well, now Lilac, you have to. The real question is first, Lilac needs to pick 3 for you, Ansa, because you're picking your
Yeah.
team here.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm waiting for you to pick the 3, and then I'm gonna pick my team.
Alright, alright.
This is very interesting, Frost. Thank you.
You have to pick.
No curses. That
Oh
was
yeah,
the
no
stipulation.
cursed talismans are
Eye.
blocked.
Astral Eye, Dying
Okay.
Flame, and Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe. This one.
Yes, it looks like because it looks like Willem Dafoe.
Dying
Not
Flame.
Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
And
Yes, it is.
what was the other one?
I think Astral Eye, this one up here.
Mhm.
Interesting. Interesting. Let's see how this works.
Interesting.
We're gonna do my classic team.
Also, Ansa, if you wish to share, tell me your opinions on each character that you choose.
Okay. It was Astral Eye, right? No, actually, I
have no
don't
vision.
want. I'm
What?
gonna do
Because I don't see
Sporin.
Willem Dafoe.
Because I don't have my normal things. I just did my default, and I was like, well, actually, I need to do something different. So we're going to do the. Where is it? Oh, here we go. That's gonna happen for sure. So I need that.
Tay.
And then, like, I guess theme-wise, it'd be like Faye's tending the dying flame.
Mm-hmm. Wait, you didn't, like, what's your opinion on each character that you pick?
Oh, on the characters as
Yes.
play-wise or story-wise?
Story-wise.
Faye is someone I relate to for when I had psychosis, so she's very near and dear to me. I also enjoy that she is just a very interesting character design and does not like get treated badly because of her, like, I read her as schizophrenic because of her schizophrenia. Like, she doesn't get treated badly by that, and I enjoy that for her. It does suck that she was cast into the downside for being crazy though. What is a society that values taking care of their vulnerable?
I kind of forgot which ones you picked for me other than Leech.
So it was the nature-y one. So the thorn, the fairy spirit, and the leech.
Alright.
I thought doing a little theme for Frost would be fun. Because I have no experience with the talismans because I've only been playing sparsely.
Was there,
so
wait,
it's like-
is there a mastery's request?
There was not.
No.
Just the talismans.
There's mastery requests?
I mean, there can be, just not on this occasion.
That's terrifying.
Is it?
Yes. I don't like having to go out of my way to not have a mastery.
Oh, well, I mean,
Well,
doesn't mean you're
last
taking
week-
less masteries.
Last week,
I know, but
didn't
I don't like that.
last week I made Macaws and someone else pick like masteries that they never pick, and it was terrible.
What was it? This
Opinion on
one?
Sandra.
This one. She's one of my favorite characters, which is funny because my boyfriend hates Sandra. And
Is there a reason for that? Out of curiosity.
the depiction of blinding.
Yeah. That is fair.
But I enjoy Sandra. I did not know. I went into RITE NITE completely blind. Not RITE NITE, into Pyre completely blind. Because Babs had bought it for me. And so, I was like, this is incredible. And I just like talking to Sandra. I thought she was cool, and I didn't like the fact that she was lonely, and so I just kept talking to her whenever I could. And then it was like, oh, you can keep her with you for as long as you exist. And give her like a companionship she didn't have for a while, and I was like, oh, that's really sweet, actually. Oh, yikes. I'm gonna actually not take that. So we're just gonna... Yes, proceed.
Gertrude.
Oh. Do I have to go now? Please don't tell me I have to go now. Corey, you can wait. Trying to see what's going on. Oh, okay. I thought my ride had texted me, and I was like, ah! Just like, ah! You know?
That would mean that you would forfeit the match.
It would mean I had to forfeit, and I would be very sad. However, I'm getting a jewelry box for free today, so I cannot miss this. Especially since I have a ride that was arranged today.
Choose.
What's up?
Why do I have two of my...
Is the... Huh?
Two what?
I have two of my assigned talismans left, but I have...
Oh no, the Infernal
You'll
Bloom was
have
not
to.
one of your assigned ones.
Oh, I got them mixed up.
Okay, yeah.
I'm
No, it was a
stupid.
not.
You're good.
Gertrude. Begin.
Alright. Oh, we get a
Also-
thrash pack on the boat as well.
Also, opinions on Gertrude.
I love Bertrude. She is awesome. I love her character design. I tried.
There's the stowaway.
I really tried.
Plunging in for 20.
Now then,
Oh, and yes, we do have the Easter eggs. It's a little late in the season for those, but we do have the fairy spirit.
that Bertrude's faster than she looks.
That Bertrude is, in fact, faster than she looks. As both of you have Bertrude. I did not realize that at first.
I was stuck in here. That was weird.
You're stuck in the puddle.
It can happen. In fact, you can actually get banished by getting stuck in the puddle.
Wait, what?
We have seen it happen before. It's very... You have to get the
Do they
most
drown?
precise of
Do
placement.
they drown in the water?
They actually do.
Now there's a proper
It's
that's
only happened
terrifying.
once or twice, but we have seen it happen.
And Faye can't swim.
No!
Oh, that's horrible. I hate that.
That
Hate
is
that for her.
horrible. That's horrible. Chewing dragon, don't say anything.
banishment. You are powerless for now.
Here is the stowaway. No one back to stop her. Dying Flame active, so extra damage here.
Oh wait, I don't have a story.
Joey
Oh,
plunges
shit.
in for the win.
Alright, I can do one more.
Alright.
They overwhelm
Yeah, because I have to start getting ready to go.
Okay. So let us know, chat, if there's anything we'd like to see for the next one.
Preferably something with a fun map. If someone wants to change
until
anything.
The stars align.
Always kind of bothered me that moondrops were introduced in a tutorial but never utilized
Ari
again
has a
outside of Fairy
point.
Spirit.
Ari has a good point. There's so many small threads
That
that are in this game that never get followed up on, and it's really disappointing
it'll be implemented
sometimes.
in Pyre 2 when it comes out.
Uh-huh. Well,
What,
we
you-
turned it into an Easter egg hunt game. So
You say
we've
that
made our own version that does
You
that.
say that like Pyre 2 isn't a thing.
Are we going to start?
Yeah, why don't we hop in?
Wait, I have
So I know you have a...
request.
Oh, you had a request in mind?
Yes, but let me see. Let's see how this goes real quick. Right.
The Beyonders
Think it's book?
shall now face the withdrawn.
What is the Beyond?
Welcome.
But can I still make my request?
Who shall conduct the rites?
We are, I think, also going to be looking for someone to hop in to take Ansa's place after this one. Just a heads up if anyone else is
Yeah.
interested.
Okay.
Okay, Lilac would like to relocate to the Imp Arena.
Oh, okay. I'm not opposed to it.
All right.
I mean, I
Okay.
am, but I'm not gonna like stop you.
Okay.
Hey, wait, no.
No, it's okay.
We're
It's
going.
okay.
We're
I need to get used
going.
to this arena.
Don't
I
make
need
me
to get
turn
used
this
to
car
playing here.
around.
The Beyonders versus
I
the withdrawn.
Fun fact, like this is actually my most hated arena, and I don't actually hate any of the maps. I think it's a cute map, and I think it's a fun
I didn't
mechanic.
know that. I'm so sorry.
Oh no, it's funny. You just happen to go from, oh, this is a neutral map to, oh, I hate this map. It's funny. That's my last match. I must practice more. I need to practice more in the maps in general. So, because it's one thing to practice versus AI with the AI being still. It's another thing to like be weaving around obstacles in active pursuit of someone who has the ball.
Alma.
And there are some cases where you can actually move these imps.
I'm
Like-
hilarious.
For example, if you're a harp and you're flying, you can just move the imps wherever you want.
Wait, you can?
Yeah, the harps move the imps.
That's a thing?
That's a thing.
I
The
did not
imps
know
might
that.
as well. In fact, imp with legendary talisman might be the most efficient way to do it, because obviously you get infinite stamina. If in fact they move them as well.
Liz, you've been here longer than me. Why are you asking us? Oh,
It's just been a while since I've last seen anyone make a point of doing that, or since
Lau,
I have
you're going
last
against
done
Fowler.
it myself.
Failer.
What?
You're going against
I've
Failer
what?
next.
Oh, God. I don't like that. Okay, I got.
You've heard this now, Failure, that it is not. It is a great fear of your skill. Okay, what do I want to put as the last one? What do I want to do? I don't. Yeah. Okay, we're going to figure out. Here we go.
Sandra.
iRotor actually taught me this comp, and I have nowhere near skillfully been playing it, but it's pretty fun. Oh, I should have chosen Titan's Tooth. Damn, that would have been good. Not that it really does anything, because if I crash into you in midair.
I need to know, for the Beyonders, why is it that literally every other character has the normal, like, light yellow robes, and then Almer is just black?
Oh, it's because it's double Savage.
Yeah, he's the
so
second
you can differentiate
Savage.
which Savage it is. Yeah.
Ah.
So if you had triple Savage, I would imagine it would be a different color.
Yeah, I think
for the
it's
third one.
reddish in the third spot. Up
Yeah.
for the Beyonders.
Okay, because
So it's not a glitch or anything.
No.
It's just because I pick Almer.
No, like
second.
iRotor has specifically designed them so that it's the idea being that it's easier to distinguish between the characters. Because that was the, I think this may have been in part from feedback from me, because I had said to him, you know, the nice thing back when we did have the base game was that you always knew which character was which character, even if you had multiple of the same class, because they all had their distinctive colors. But if everyone is in, you know, Beyonder Green, or what was originally Beyonder Green, or now Beyonder White, then how do you distinguish between them? And that's tough.
Because I've seen that happen so many times, like 3 times now, I think, specifically where Almer has the pitch black raiments. I was like, is this just an Almer specific thing?
I mean, if you're always getting picked second on the
Oh,
Beyonders, then
Pro
yes.
tip, Lilac, instead of holding it, I would press it over and over.
But yes, you do now have the ability to move those imps.
I thought that Flappy Harp was banned. Is it?
It's personally, I frown upon it, but other
Oh,
people,
no.
other people
Oh no, I think
do,
I'm gonna have to forfeit.
do like it. Oh, do you need to head out?
Hello? No, because my internet is
Oh, it's
spiking
really bad right now.
incredibly.
Okay,
Oh, wait, am I back? Am I back?
A show of glory from old
Yeah, Flappy Harp is not banned at all. I personally do not like it, but that's a me thing.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, I think I heard you mention that one time, but then I was like, okay, I just won't use Flappy to respect this.
There it is.
Because I'm nice some of the time. I don't always choose violence.
Just as true.
Egg. I'm a
Oh, and somehow, someway, Almer went quite a distance with the orb there, but does eventually go down.
genius.
Now, the other Almer leaps
Ah,
in
shit.
for 20 damage. Flappy Harp indeed. Basically, you can do it with any of the flying characters, so harps or imps. But rather than just holding down the fly button, which uses up stamina very quickly, if you quickly press the fly button, you technically sort of flap up and down a little bit. In most cases, you know, you still count as flying, but it actually uses your stamina a little more slowly. So, technically speaking, it's a more efficient way to cover more ground in the air without using as much stamina. I think it looks a little ridiculous, so that's why I don't love it, as you can see
Wait.
there. Just
Wait, I thought that you didn't like it because it was like cheating.
no, I just think it looks ridiculous.
Oh, okay.
Thoroughly banished.
This whole time I thought that you disapproved of it because you thought it was like a semi-cheating. In that case,
No, it looks so stupid.
no.
Oh shit.
No, wrong button.
You're like, can you kind of see how Lilac's harp is sort of bobbing up and down as Pamitha flies?
It's a dignified bob.
It is not. It is the opposite of dignified, and that's why I don't like it.
None left unscathed.
It looks ridiculous.
Mean to her.
You're the one choosing to do it. You
You're
could
the
just
one
fly
choosing
normally
to
if you
go for
wanted.
it.
Look, you have infinite stamina. You don't need to flappy harp.
You don't have to say that she looks ridiculous.
I'm just telling it like it is.
You tell it cruel, my good sir.
I'm just being honest. Okay, Professor Lupin, you got
Oh, we're
that,
having a
Blood
pretty good game here.
Princess. Well done. I can even hear Lilac pressing the button. I can hear the boom, 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 boom. All right, and with that plunge, Ansa takes the win. GG.
Okay, I think I found my actual comp instead of my stupid imp first one.
The rite is ended.
Very nice.
Okay, GG y'all.
GG's,
Oh boy.
Ansa. Thanks for stopping by. Good to have you.
Well,
Until the next rite.
And it looks like, let me just get you out of remote play here.
how to play against Failure. Great.
Let's
Great.
see.
That's great.
And
I think that playing, I'm knock on wood, but I think that that this week's Rite Night is somehow fixed something,
oh,
like in my brain.
oh, okay. I thought you were referring to
I was gonna
internet-related
say-
stuff.
I was gonna say the thing that happened with my internet is not that. Hello. It was less. It
Hey,
was
Failure.
less that the internet gods were displeased with me, and more that my Ethernet cable broke, and so I'm ordering a
Oh.
new one. And so today I got a new Ethernet cable. But
Okay, well that's good, because that means, you know, that should be a more sustainable solution. It's not just a coincidence that things are better now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, but then the thing of like, oh, this fixed my brain is just like I've been
I've been hurt this way before.
Wait, is that a reference to something?
No.
Liz?
No, I don't think so.
Sure. It sounded like a reference to something.
I mean,
One
I
of
feel like it's sort of a
one
phrase.
of your old school songs.
I assume Fate today, Failure, is that right?
Yepers.
Okay.
How dare you? How dare you? I'm supposed to be Fate.
Says the person who keeps on changing everyone's triumvirates. I did notice that you changed
I'm
them
not
last
doing
match as
that.
well. And I did notice that
not-
you just changed Failure too.
I didn't do that.
Sure you didn't.
I didn't do that.
Sure you didn't. Oh, would you look at that? Now it's so much easier to have people be the teams they say they want to be. I wonder why that is. No, Failure! Alright, well let us know, chat, if there is anything you would like to see between these two. This will of course be Failure's first match of the day, so up to you as to whether you want to give him a chance to warm up or immediately throw him straight into the chaos.
I'm fine with chaos. Hit me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Blood Princess goes sermon intro. Okay. Frost King is typing something up. Okay, 1 minute, no worries. This is the sound of Lilac wishing that I gave her controls on Steam Remote Play.
You didn't give me controls.
Why
Wait,
did you
took
not
away?
notice? I deactivated your controls.
Ow.
That's why I said it got so much easier to select people's teams.
Give back my controls.
Let's see. Failure says never to return Tempers edition. Okay. And Frost King says Titan Stars, kind of an exile request, but also a bit of a gameplay change, so we'll do it in Titan Star format. 3 different classes per player. Each must have a usable salute that is used at least once in the rite. So salute-centric setup with 3 different classes for each player.
Interesting.
Okay. Why don't we load in that case?
Welcome, exiles. You stand upon the cairn of Ha'ub.
Coagulated blood!
You shall take part here in a glorious tradition. Only the righteous shall emerge victorious. The fate stand prepared. Dissidents, stand prepared. Who shall strive for freedom?
Okay, so 3 different classes, all of which must have a salute, and you must use that salute at least once.
Can we have does it have to be different exiles for both players?
I assume not. I assume it's just for individual people.
Okay, cool. I have controls again.
I deliberately waited until it was your turn. Careful now.
You gave me power.
I can take it away.
Okay, so just three different races, and each one of them has a salute.
And you should use each of those salutes at least once.
Okay.
Oh, careful, you have hangover effect. Yeah.
Dang it. I guess I'll go with Steve.
I'm sorry, did you say Steve?
Yes, is that not?
That's Fred, thank you very much. Please show Fred the respect that Fred deserves.
I thought that his name was also Steve. I thought that was also a
Oh,
name.
well, I mean, it might have been at one point.
I've been watching the old VODs, Vids. I've been reading up on my Right Club lore.
Exile.
Wait, was there a talisman's request?
I don't think so.
Oh, thank
Right? It was... yeah, just the saluting-oriented stuff.
Exile.
Is that a thinking emote? Is that what that is? Can't mouse over it right
Sir
now.
Gilman.
But it kind of looks like a thinky face.
It is a confused frog.
Okay. Confused. Fair enough. Fair enough.
It's a deluge.
Alright, so here we go. Our first matchup of the day between Phaler and Lilac. All players and all exiles with salutes, and we need to see at least one salute per character. And there is the Brazen Manor on Orlek, although he didn't have time to get it off safely as he goes down now. Phaler's throw there gets pushed back so it doesn't land, but the second attempt, that one does, and it's good for 20. There's Sleight of Wing for Lilac, so that's at least 2 of the salutes down. Orlek. Down he goes.
The orb is up.
Phaler this time plunges with his crone. Oh, but he had prayer beads. Okay, so Gertrude is back. This time it's a throw from his worm for 8 damage. Down Down goes Bertrude. Down goes Orlek. There's the stunning claim from Phaler, and followed by a stunning claim from Lilac. And Lilac, the only one able to move here with Zoxiana. That is the use case for stunning claim, though it wasn't quite enough time for Zoxiana to make it all the way through. Bertrude sidesteps the cast, goes through the portal. Oh, but gets banished just before plunging. Valiant return for Gilman. Phaler shuts it off and then plunges in again with Bertrude. And with the prayer beads means she will return. She's back at it here.
Into the adversary's pyre. Now go on, just once more.
Orlek down. Phaler uses his Imp Salute. Oh, but that throw looked off the mark there, so Lilac able to retrieve. Phaler has not, I was gonna say, hadn't used his Feral Curse yet, and uses it when no one is out on the opposing side, but hey, check that one off the list too.
Outperformed their adversaries.
GG.
The ceremony is complete.
Well played, you two. Alright, that is the textbook use case for Feral Curse, in case anyone was wondering.
Until the stars align.
The classic zero value feral curse.
Slows you down as well when you have an uncontested scoring opportunity. Oh, alright, well, let us set ourselves back to our defaults and let us know if there's anything we'd like to do for the next one. There we are.
Don't worry, it's a perfectly fine image. If you would be so kind.
Is this an image that you have posted somewhere?
I'm about to post it in voice text. If that would be all right.
I mean, you could post it there. I'll take a peek and just make sure it's not
nothing
something
bad,
horribly
I
awful.
swear. It's nothing bad at all.
Oh, no, this is fine.
Yay. Will you present it to the stream?
There it is. Did you do this, or was this someone else?
One of my friends drew that.
One of your friends? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Very nice. Alright. Anything we'd like for the next one? Not... Oh, okay. I was about to say not seeing anything at the moment, but I hear the tippity tapping. Which may or may not mean that Lilac's up to something. I choose the arena. Says Frost. Oh, that was not from Lilac. That was Frost King. Okay, so I don't know if Lilac's still scheming something here. In which case, are you about to request something, Lilac? Yes. Okay. Phaler chooses. Oh, exiles. Okay, so Phaler chooses Lilac's exiles and vice versa. You choose your opponent's exiles. I think, arena-wise, I will just quickly see if there's one we haven't done yet today. Have we gotten Nest? I don't know if we've gotten... We haven't gotten Glade, I don't think. Although, personally, Glade is not my favorite. I'm gonna go Pit.
The old switcheroo.
Shall take on the
Alright, so
dissidents.
Lilac is choosing Phaler's exiles. Phaler is choosing Lilac's exiles. That means, in many ways, Lilac, you're up first here, choosing on Phaler's behalf.
Alright. You can just change my name to Matthew McConaughey.
I mean, at this point, I'm gonna have to. I did it for Ansa.
Wait, am I supposed to choose the talismans and stuff as well?
Just the character. Just a character request.
Just the character. Okay, gotcha.
You have to choose this guy. Because I'm mean.
I think in the past, when Thaler has gone worm, he has oftentimes opted for Deluge.
Sir Deluge.
Is he?
Alrighty, give yourself Barker. Big barks.
Alright.
Is Deluge your worm of choice, Thaler?
Yeah, Deluge is my one of choice.
Excuse me?
The Deluge is the worm that I pick.
That you pick.
No one else picks him. Well, maybe a few
Like-
pick me, but usually people pick Gilman or Lady River.
Are you saying that if you had to choose between Gilman and Deluge, you would pick Deluge?
That is accurate. Yeah.
Lilac may take this out on you with the next character selection.
Oh yeah, it's my.
So is it Headwind or is it going to be? What are we doing here?
What is the worst character I could give you? Here. I'm hoping that you don't like him.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, once upon a
Alright.
time, he was on Team Speedy Wolfred.
Hmm?
Let's see. Grab a Lendl from the batch.
Fine.
I'm a big fan of Lendl or of Deluge's eye. I think it's very cool. Ari. That's what I think. It's a very neat looking eye. You don't see an eye like that anywhere else in fiction, really.
What are you talking about?
Answering Ari's question.
And what yeah, that is a very interesting looking eye, I'd say. You gotta pick Vorfrit.
Final answer? Alright.
Wait, Vorford or Palmas?
Wait, I got the names mixed up. Palmas.
Palmas? Okay. Oh,
Sap.
Speedy Palmas.
Alright, and for your last one, grab Rookie. Man needs to pay off his debts.
Alright.
Alongside Farker.
Is this a lore match? Failure. Failure. Failure.
What?
Failure, is this a lore match?
Maybe.
Oh no.
Oh god.
We'll let
What's up,
you
Blood
know
Princess?
what this all means in the end.
What does it all
Now
mean?
begin. No mercy shown.
Lots of banishments there. As Failure. Oh, the throw is slightly short. With these teams, at least with characters selected by the player's opponents.
Banished all of them.
That does mean 2 saps for Failure,
The orb
but he's
obeys
able to
first
score
the
with one of those
dissonance
saps here, and Lilac has 2 curs. So both players doubling up on a given class. We actually have Blood Princess. It's been a long time since we did it, but I do, if I remember correctly, recall there being 46 talismans. And that is because once upon a time, we did do some random number generators for talismans, at least. I don't know if we really did it for anything other than that.
Deluge threw it in.
But we've done a bunch of different types of randomizers. Obviously, there's customize off. But in Discord, we have a bot that can randomize selections as well. The difference there being that the customize off, you don't see what it is in advance, whereas if you have the bot doing it for you, then you do. And then kind of similar with the, if you were to do a random number generator, that may have been the reason why we kind of stopped doing it, was because once we had the bot set up to do the same thing, that was just kind of faster and more convenient.
There's also my wheels.
Yes, Lilac has also made a wheel that we can spin
Speaking
for a
of
similar
which, I should
purpose.
start-
So
I
lots
should
of
start-
ways
I
we
should
can
start
randomize.
using that.
Good. Magnificent.
In some cases, slight differences between them, but and maybe that's, you know, but some more efficient than others by some accounts, I suppose you could say, and that may be why we haven't seen all of those methods that much as of late. That is a speedy Palmas, all right. He throws it to himself for the winning plunge.
Oh my god.
GG's.
What a show off.
Their adversaries must be
What a
crowned
speed
tears of
demon.
shame. The rite is done.
And they say you can't pass to yourself.
Fascinating.
Yeah, for talismans, we definitely did do some random number generators for
The
talismans.
next rite.
And we can, if we wanted to, on Discord, we can do the bot just for talismans. That also works. It's been a long time
Also-
since we've seen that, though, too.
Also, I will be right back.
Perhaps that means it's a great time to do some RNG manipulation. Alright. Now, when we say customize off your failure, are you saying this version, the straightforward one in-game, or we...
I'm saying the straightforward one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. We could still do a song or an arena, if that is of interest. Otherwise, that does account for many of the things. Yeah, I think it may just be that the customize off tended to, in the end, it rose to the top of people's lists because it has that extra element of suspense to it, where you just get and intrigue, where you get thrown straight into the match, you don't know what you're going to get, and that adds an element that you don't really get with the other forms of randomizers. So I'm not sure if anyone made a conscious effort to choose customize off instead of those other methods for that reason, but that may functionally be the reason why that ended up happening. If I had to.
Well, it's also hard to like randomize things individually, so that's why the bot exists for random of one thing. But not
Oh yeah.
the whole thing. But it can do random the whole thing as well. Although, of course, it will sometimes assign a talisman to a character who can't equip it.
True.
That's why customize off is generally better for that.
Yeah, even the random number generator, we occasionally saw that happening as well, for talismans that you can't equip on certain characters, and then we just roll the random number generator again. And I think it happened, we at least had one time where we twice in a row rolled one that would not work for a given character. I don't remember if we ever got any more than that, but it was a mathematical outlier in that way, at least once or twice. Then sometimes when we did that stuff, another way you can spice it up, or you can mix it up slightly, is, you know, you can say, alright, do you get to pick your character before you run the randomizer for the talisman, or after the fact? Because That affects whether you can specifically tailor your pick to work well with the talisman, or if you're just stuck with whatever you get rolled. So, you know, those little things that just don't come up very much anymore, because obviously with Customize Off, that isn't a factor anymore. And it's not to say that we couldn't do those things, just, as I said, for whatever reason, seems like Customize Off won out on and became the popular choice, to the extent that perhaps people even forgot about some of those other systems. Did we have a channel that is dedicated specifically to the bot? Is that a thing? Yeah. Oh, bot commands. Yeah. Like, when was the last time anyone used the bot to actually roll random characters or talismans? Early this year. Okay, I'm surprised it happened this year, but this may or may not have been during a RITE Night, but yes, we did in early February. Is the last time I'm seeing that we used the bot for that. And then probably have to go... Then you would have to go another 6 months or so to find the next most recent. So it's basically once per year, maybe twice per year. Nowadays, at least. How do you spell his last name? Not with an X, I can tell you that much. That's definitely not it. Like, definitely not it. Oh, I'm way off. I'm way off. Yup. Nothing to see here. No idea how far I need to move this over. Nobody say anything. We could still do a song or an arena if anyone is interested in setting that up. Of course, we do have the Customize Off still set for this next one.
Return.
Hello.
Did I miss anything?
I can't remember if you were still here when Phaler did the Customize Off request. We have that.
Okay.
But at the moment, that is it. So why don't we hop in?
Alright. That's a great thing to come back to. Good old Customize Off match.
Yeah, let's see what we end up with here.
Shall now face
For Phaler, it is Orlek, I'm pretty sure. A Nomad and a Sap. It's possibly also Orlek. No, it's Normal Demon for Lilac. Alongside Lendl and Rookie. Everyone down on Lilac's side.
all of the dissidents.
They were able to banish everyone, although Lendl returns not in time to stop this throw, though. It's good for 24. one off Phaler's maximum with Orlek. Who?
Imagine the Archjustice as an imp.
Or a Howler? Oh, or an imp. Okay, yeah. No, I see. I see what you're saying, yeah.
'Tis wrath, not glory, now which drive that Orlek.
Alternate universe in which Tizo becomes the Archjustice.
Oh my god.
One
Ooh,
triumvirate
big power cast there from Phaler's Lendl.
Would that be a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know. I don't know what Tizo would do with that kind of power.
Yeah, cause like I trust Tizo. Tizo is a good guy, but at the same time,
sign of the
the
dissidents for
Commonwealth
now.
government seems like
In goes
pretty
the
corrupt
orb.
in general. So I'm not sure what would happen.
And Tizo gets mad at times. He has a bit of a temper to him.
Churn Dragon, you know what to do.
Glory to the sky.
And now we get confirmation that was Astral Eye was the source of Phaler's extra damage on the Lendl, which means he's still getting that damage with the plunge. So he's close, but not quite there. Lilac holding on with 2 Pyre life. Monkey down, but he comes back quickly, as does Lendl.
Now to the flame.
And with that plunge, Phaler takes the win.
The fate
GG's.
Yeah, I think Tizo would probably commit food crimes based on what we were reading before.
This is true.
The rite is complete.
Alright, let's head on back.
Until the stars align.
And let us know, chat, if there is anything you would like to see for the next one. Otherwise, at the very least, I'll turn the customize back on. Would Tizo try to cook Falcon Ron?
No!
Tizo and Falcon Ron get along just fine, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Alright, but I'm not seeing any requests right now, so I think we might just hop back in here and lead this one up to the players.
Does anyone else want to get in?
Do we have anyone else who's interested in doing some matches?
The fate shall take on the dissidents.
If one cooks the other, they will
Welcome.
get along even better. I don't think that's how that
Who shall
works.
conduct
Huh?
The rites.
Huh? No. What kind of Tumblr
Sir
posts are you
Gilman.
reading, man?
Orlek.
No! Do not invoke that name here. So now we get a
Volfred.
Titan Tooth Volfred in the second spot for Phaler.
Tay.
And a Leeching Stowaway for Lilac. Quick throwing Archjustice? Question mark. Tizo for Phaler.
Lids, are you trying to manifest this into a chewing dragon?
I don't know. I think Chewing Dragon will do whatever Chewing Dragon wants to do. One way or another.
Bertrude.
Luminous Idol on Bertrude in the last spot for Lilac.
Now begin.
Big leap there
The orb bathes
from Orlek.
us in the face
Follows it up with one straight into the Pyre. Now he is gone in this round. It's Tizo for Phaler.
was flung right
And that's an offensive Tizo, 25 damage on that throw, courtesy of the Imp Mastery on the left side of the tree. Oh my gosh!
What?
That was a Titan Tooth stun from
Hello?
Volfred, and it sent Orlek flying. And that was a vicious cast as well. Humongous cast from Gilman. However, the Stowaway sneaks through for a 20 damage plunge plus 10 leech from her talisman. Here's Orlek, knocks back 2 of the 3 defenders, but that was the third one getting the stop. Luminous Idol on Bertrude gives her the stamina when she picks up the orb.
banished.
But down she goes here, and that means at the moment, Lilac is defenseless. Phaler through the portal. Remember, that's an offensive imp,
Is true.
so that may be Phaler's preferred scorer.
Yes.
Gilman
Not much
throws
force
over the
of
defender
will
and
behind
in,
that
this
thrust.
time for 8 damage. Gilman again
I almost pity
finds his way past the first, but not the second defender. Bertrude for Lilac. Cornered. Phaler has a portal, though it doesn't take him far. That throw a little bit off the mark there. Stowaway has the infinite stamina. Now it's Bertrude's turn. But down she goes, as does the Stowaway. Time perhaps for Phaler to move in again with an imp throw. What food from the Commonwealth would make Tizo commit food crimes? This is a good question. There's Orlek, lunging for 25. Is there a particular cuisine that is or is not to Tizo's fancy?
Fish.
He does like
Wait,
fish. We know
He
this.
likes fish, but they also killed his family. So.
Oh, wait, what?
You don't know that? You didn't know that?
Wait, what? What do you mean the fish killed his family? Who is they?
Fate are now favored to
Again with the big Titan Tooth stun.
The fish killed his family. Do you not remember this? It's
I, you know.
it's like
both within the order.
a whole thing in the game. Dude, you're a fake fan. I cannot believe you.
No, actually, I'm a Pyre Hearts, not a Fate person.
Take it.
I said fake.
No, I know.
Got him.
The fate
GG's.
GG.
All right, conducted with aplomb. Thus end this night's proceedings.
Well played, you two. Alright, well there is Tizo, and that's the face that makes me a little nervous about what would happen if Tizo were to become Archjustice.
Until the next rite.
Okay, and did we have anyone else in chat who was looking to get in before the night is through? Because it is starting to get a little late here. Want to make sure we have time if that is the case. Otherwise, we will probably see things through with these two. And if so, then let us know if there's anything you'd like to see for the next one. Not seeing anything here, though. So maybe we'll just leave this one up to the players then.
confront the dissidents.
Oh, we do have a talisman request coming in.
Who shall conduct?
It does seem kind of similar to something that people were doing voluntarily earlier. The request is Commonwealth's cuisine, which I assume means we're back to edible talismans?
Fascinating. Slugs. Just pick slugs.
Eat slugs! Anyone else find it strange that basically every other Harry Potter spell is Latin-based, and that one is just straight-up English?
That is, I don't know anything about Harry Potter, honestly. But I did not know that.
Oh, Core says he could potentially hop in. Lilac, I know you were asking earlier if anyone else wanted to hop in. Are you looking to swap out?
I'm good either way. I was just curious if anyone wanted to shake things up a little.
Okay. Well, it could be. We could get Core in after this and then
Exile.
have a little bit of time for some matches then.
What counts as Commonwealth cuisine? Thorned knot?
I mean, it's edible, which is more than you
None
can
of
say about many of these things.
I mean, none of these things are really from the Commonwealth, are they?
That is
Like,
true in many
like,
cases.
aside from like mottled flask, which is drinkable, not edible, most of these things are presumably originated in the downside. So there's that to factor in. You know what, I'll just pick the basic route.
Oh, Shroom Dragon does say that you're allowed to pick inedible things as well. In that case, I don't really know what to make of the request.
As cuisine?
Exile. Bertrude.
But the mist resembles the food that the Commonwealth citizens eat. They must resemble the food that Commonwealth citizens eat, even if they're not
I'm
necessarily edible.
Well, I'm assuming that mottled flask falls under that. I hope. Would I be correct? Would I be correct in that?
I don't know. Your guess is as
Okay.
good as mine.
Okay.
Alright, so here we go with our Commonwealth cuisine resembling talismans. Everyone down on Lilac's side, but as we were just saying, Lilac did take a Typhoon bottle.
Pyre has been scathed.
It did slow Phaler down, though Phaler was able to get a 6 damage throw from the worm. Oh, and a Feral Curse did transform all of Phaler's exiles into defenseless howlers, which Lilac uses to facilitate this 30 damage Crone Plunge.
A show of strength from the Fate's opponent.
Stowaway.
Simply
Ooh, but-
monstrous.
Vorfrit able to chase down the Stowaway and Pamitha. Typhoon Bottle activates. Oh, but Phaler able to sprint just in time to make it in before the defender could banish Vorfrit. Stowaway again. She's training for the marathon. Down she goes. Toxiana for Phaler. Flappy harps in for a 20 damage plunge. Lady River somehow sneaks around the defender there and gets a throw off for the full 15.
The orb is taken.
I see. People of the Commonwealth eat slugs, drink alcohol, and choke on bark and thorns. Yes, that's exactly the cuisine that they eat. That's why many of the exiles actually deliberately got banished to the downside, because the cuisine in the Commonwealth is just unbearable. But Phaler using the Feral Curse Crone Salute, and that sets up a winning throw.
Fate prevail. The Empire yet burns with vigor and resolve.
GG.
The rite
GG.
is done.
I think that's pretty accurate. Archer bash pause. I think eating slugs and drinking alcohol is very French of them. And I think
The
thorns
stars
are a good
I mean,
garnish.
yeah, France is canon. Remember?
What? Is it? The Commonwealth is French?
No, that France is canon to the like lore of Pyre.
Oh. Alright, well, Core is looking to get in here. Do we have anyone who minds swapping out so we can get Core in before we wrap things up today?
I can.
Alright. Well, thanks for stopping by today, Lilac. GG's.
thing.
Good to have you.
Had a lot of fun. Playing here was a great mood booster. as
Oh,
the
glad
kids
to hear it.
say. And now I take my leave into the Shimmer Pool.
Oh,
Farewell.
very dramatic. Alright, Tizo. Don't become a crazy archjustice. Alright, should have Core in now.
I'm currently in the game.
Okay, fantastic. Let me just set you up.
How's it going, Lids? How's it going, Phaler?
Hey, Core.
Going good.
Core, which team would you like to be today?
I will be accusers.
Okay. I also don't know where to put your name there. Hopefully that's roughly lined up, but okay.
Would like to accuse someone of something.
Oh, snap. Hope you're not accusing me.
I'm accusing you. It's the yellow and purple, the gold and purple.
Oh, it's very regal. Oh, the wheel for the exiles. Lilac, I am not sure I remember how to access this wheel. How did we access it before? Was it
Just
a...
use the bot.
We can use the bot, that's true. Yeah, it was a link, right? Oh, it's not gonna let you put it in Twitch chat, but you do it in Discord, or let me see. If I search wheel on Discord, I'm like, oh, I found it. I found it. I searched wheel on Discord and I found it. Oh, but this is, hold on. This is talismans, and you said exiles is what we're looking for. Let me see. That's the talisman one. Here's the character one. Okay. I do have it at the ready. And it's back in voice text. Okay, I did track it down, though. We should be good. All right, so let's hop back in, shall we?
Who is Fred? Or never mind. I don't want to know the answer to that question.
It's Zoxiana.
The fate versus the accusers.
Okay,
Welcome.
let me get it open for us here.
Who shall conduct
Make sure I'm looking at the right
rites?
one. Yes. Okay, so Phaler, your first exile will be... Barker. Your first exile is Barker. And it was a random vote as well. That's true. I did notice that. It almost happened. That's a free space, right, Lilac? If I remember correctly.
Barker.
Okay, now let's roll for core. Okay. No, that's the wrong one. This is the one we're looking for. Right on the line. Okay, it's manly. Manly for core.
Thank God I got a good character.
It was almost Palmas. It was going to be between Palmas and Manly. Baylor's second one. Right on the line. It's Headwind. I thought that was going to roll over to Tizo.
This is John Madden Pyre.
Headwind.
Alright, let's see. Core's second one. Keep on clicking over the wrong one. Oh, it's also Headwind. John Madden. John Madden. That's the classic one.
Headwind.
Alright, now last one for Phaler. Is Snadra. It's a double nomad for Phaler.
Sandra.
Alright. Last one for Core.
Dude, what a disaster of a team on the boat. This is not This doesn't have any synergy at all. This is great.
It is Promethea, which I'm pretty sure is Pamitha for core. Yeah, it's randomized teams may not have been what the players would have had in mind. This is Pamitha? Okay. Pamitha in the last spot for core.
I can't pause either.
I might not have been tabbed in at first, but I am now. Can you do it now?
No.
Okay. Let's...
Anytime.
Oh, wanna unplug, replug real quick? Just see if that works.
Sure.
Let's start with that, and then we'll do the musical chairs if we have to. There we go.
Okay. I am Pamitha.
Yes, Pamitha.
Sure.
Alright, so here we go. Our first match between Phaler and Core using randomized exiles via the wheel. Exploding saplings from Manly.
Titan
The Titan
Sap.
Tooth. Yeah, stunning a sap. You don't see that very often.
Well, in the air, I guess you still need to. Shoulder smash is what it is.
One triumvirate stands
Good
on a
shield there
post.
from Manly. Gives it up to Headwind. But he's stopped by the opposing Headwind. Or moving in aggressively with the sap and the sapling. Again, it's Headwind who we would like to attack with. He was a little further back. That gave Phaler enough time to mount a defense. This time, though, Core instead goes with the sap.
There.
Barker. Oh, he's Titan Tooth and shoulder smashed? Maybe Barker was the one doing the Titan Tooth thing, and obviously Headwind would have been the shoulder smasher, as he was there. Headwind now moving in for Core, sidesteps that cast.
Oh no.
Snadra, and now Barker for Phaler. But he stopped. Manly in position, sets up the throw, but Phaler able to intercept. Snadra off to the races, but out of stamina. Oh, and gets shoulder smashed just barely on the edge of that puddle. And from that range, that sap throw may very well have been unblockable.
The two triumvirates are neck and neck.
Barker gets stuck. The orb remains unclaimed. Or here,
The orb flies
gets in the
through.
throw for 15 plus 8 leech.
The accusers seem to want their freedom more.
Headwind. Or moving in. Oh,
Brilliantly done.
I feel like that was the momentum from the boat magic that actually sent Headwind in there. But now it's Barker's turn to respond. Snadra. Power casts to get rid of Manly. Oh, and then the Headwinds cancel each other out with a double shoulder smash. Fitting. Headwind minus Headwind equals nothing. Interesting sapling placement there from Core. Snadra now for Phaler. The boat magic isn't enough to help her pass the defense. Pamitha. Down she goes. Big cast there from Core's Headwind. He has time for a full damage throw. 20 damage plus 10 leech in the process. Manly. Sidesteps, shields, sidesteps again, and sets up what is the deciding throw.
Accusers prevail.
GG.
Their adversaries did not even come close.
Well played, you two.
The rite is complete.
Will did you dirty?
Until the next rite.
Alright, so that was random exiles from the wheel. let us know if there is anything we would like to see for the next one. Otherwise, we can always leave it up to the players. Oh, the Imp Arena. Okay. We've seen a lot of the Isle of Kalimur today. And then Wheel for the Exiles again. Okay. Anything else? Talismans from the Wheel as well. Okay.
Can
Well,
we
let's
just
hop
do
in then.
no customize if we're just gonna do wheel?
I mean, the difference would be, especially with the talismans, you actually see in advance which talismans you're getting, whereas obviously it's a guessing game.
I care less about that than just playing. The selection time being quicker.
The fate shall now face the accusers. Welcome.
All right. Let me
Who
get
shall
you guys
conduct
going
the
here.
rites?
So, Baylor, Exile, Bertrude. Why don't I roll your talisman as well while we're at it? So Bertrude plus Scribe Rock.
Bertrude.
Okay, let me get cores.
Can we do a mirror? So can I just wheel? Can I just have what he did? So we'll just do it once, and then I'll just. Can I just choose Bertrude with Scribe Rock?
You got Snadra. With Dying Flame. Snadra, Dying Flame.
Sandra.
Okay, let's go for Failure. Stowaway. With the Black Claw. All right. And for core. Raji. With the Jeweled Band.
Your choice? Exile.
Okay. Last one for Failure. Headwind. With Sunken Shadow.
He's gonna Divine Retribution me. No.
Plus 4-second banishment time.
Edwin.
Okay, and last one for core. Is Snadra. Do you have Snadra yet?
I have Snadra.
Oh. Okay, hold
There's a flaw with the wheel.
on. Lady River, in that case. With the bright wisp.
Decided yet?
Bright wisp, Lady River. Here we go, this time with both randomized exiles and talismans from the wheel for both players. Or, oh, not quite enough time for the throw. Looked like he had gotten it off, though, but instead it's Phaler plunging for 20. Bunch of imps crowding around the orb. Phaler finds his way through, though, but gets shoulder smash. Oh, no, he does the shoulder smashing. But nonetheless, Core is the one who ends up with the orb here and has the extra damage from the dying flame. Again, the imps crowd around the orb. A little bit easier for Core to get it from that angle, though. Snadra banishes and gets banished, as does Bertrude here. Oh, but Phaler does not like his last defender being one who cannot cast, although actually Hedwyn was hanging out in the corner there. Stowaway. Throws, actually the throw intercepted though. Now down goes the stowaway. Core does have a portal, and does use that to set up a 12 damage throw. Phaler scoops up the orb, but down goes Bertrude. The imp protects both players from being banished there. Now it's Bertrude over to the stowaway for Phaler. Stowaway banished. Race back to Phaler's Pyre, and Core wins that race with his worm, with 5 damage here. Bertrude. Snadra rushes her down, and plunges in, but Stubborn Flame reduced the previous throw's damage, and now reduces Snadra's plunge as well by 10. Raji. Hanging out at the bottom of the arena. Stowaway unable to cast. Does make things a little more difficult defensively. Everyone alright?
You good, Phaler?
Yeah, that was me.
Oh.
Oh.
That's weird.
It's not me.
Okay. I don't know what happened. Oh. Lady River against the Stowaway. Stowaway makes the move, but Stubborn Flame does significantly reduce that damage. It's just 4. Stowaway blocked, now banished. Snadra down. Bertrude banishes another, but then goes down. Snadra now for Core. Gets banished. Stowaway for Phaler gets banished. Edwin one side, Bertrude the other. And it's Bertrude with the decisive move.
Why, that was all of them.
Everyone down on Phaler's side. Time perhaps for Core
A
to set up a
nearly
throw with
negligible
Snadra. It's
effort.
10 damage, it's 5 leech.
The right
Because of that
nearly
Stubborn Flame, it means Core is still out of range here. Does not have any way of finishing it with one score. I think at most he can deal 15 because he has extra damage with his Imp. Maybe conditionally with Seize Chance on the Worm. I don't remember if he took that. Core blocks and vanish, but does set up a dangerous portal. Phaler in possession, though, plunges and resets that portal. Bertrude banishes one, banishes two, but goes down herself.
to the adversary's flame.
Snadra. Oh, fakes out Headwind. Plunge again with Stubborn Flame, only 10 damage, which means Phaler is still holding on, but now is low enough that Core may be able to finish this with just one more score. As Core tries to stall in time to get some of his teammates back, although had Valiant return on Lady River, so she was going to come back one way or another.
Bye now, Bertie.
Oh, and gets past the defender, but the throw is only 5 damage. So Phaler holds on with 1. And with that plunge, deals 20 more damage. It's a 1-score game on one end. It's a 2-score game on the other. But Phaler defenseless. Time now for Core with the decisive play, and Core emerges victorious. GG.
The scribes themselves surely have taken note.
Well played, you two.
The ceremony is complete.
All right, let's head on back.
Until the next rite.
And let's reset ourselves here. And it seemed like people were saying maybe this one we'll leave up to the players. Have them take whatever they'd like. That is an option. I choose Mercy.
The fate shall
And we're at the
take
fall.
on the accusers.
I'm gonna take Demon first.
Welcome.
Core says he's going to take Demon
Who shall
first.
Speed.
conduct the
With
rite?
speed. Now, does
Crushing
Phaler assume this to be a true statement?
That's what I'm gonna take. Burning Resolve, Crushing Heal.
Is Core an exile of his word? We may be about to find out as Phaler goes with the Thorned Knot on Lady River in the lead spot. And it is a demon. And it is a speedy demon at that.
I'm gonna go. I don't know where I'm gonna go next. I think. I'm gonna go Sap next.
Quick throwing Volfred for Phaler. Or said he was thinking Sap. And now locks in a quick throwing Sap. Looking a little familiar there.
And on Worm, maybe? Probably Worm? Exploding Worm? Either that or like.
Prayer Beads Tamitha in the last spot for Phaler. And Core does go with the Exploding Lady River here.
Now begin.
In fact, both people chose Lady River as their worm of choice. Jodariel goes down here to Tamitha. Now advances with it. Avoids the exploding sapling, switches into Lady River, but she gets banished. Now it's Core with Lady River. Explodes, but goes down in the process, of course. Now it's just Lady River for Phaler. She is quick. Gets the stamina back, but gets blocked and banished.
Be gone, Joe Dariel.
Or now with just Manly. Phaler flaps his way in for 20 with Tamitha. And she had prayer beads, so Phaler is fine going the plunging route with her. Jody banished there. Phaler, was looking to get rid of the sapling, which you can do with the harp cast, but didn't quite line it up properly on that occasion. Now Phaler's turn to lock down some space with sapling, which Core quickly does himself. But exploding saplings for both of them, which also adds a layer of danger for the opposing team as Jody tries to make her way through and does set up a 30 damage plunge. Lady River for Phaler. Blocks, banished for the exploding sapling. But then that very sap gets banished by an exploding sapling from the opposing team. A little poetic. Lady River for Phaler goes down to another exploding sapling. Manly moving in for Core, has the quick throw, and does get that to land here. Lady River creates some space with that banishment, then does go down. Core's turn with Lady River and Manly. Manly moving up one side, but down he goes. Now Core with just Manly, although Lady River does return here. Lady River against Lady River. Core wins out on that duel. The orb lands with Tamitha. She's blocked. And eventually does go down. Jody knocks back one defender, except it was all set up for Manly.
The rite is nearly ended.
Jody for Core. Knocks people back, and this time it is to set herself up. Oh, but it's 19 damage when Phaler had 20 Pyre life. So Phaler once again finds himself with 1 Pyre life. Throws it, or actually plunges there. I believe that was a throw that was short. He immediately got the rebound and plunged straight in. Is how that played out with Lady River, but it does mean that now Lady River is gone in this round, so I don't think that was the plan. Now, of course, both players do have saps, so we may see some rekindling here. As Core throws it in, and yes, there is 10 on the second life bar for Phaler. And with that plunge, Core takes the win.
Accusers prevail.
GG.
It was a glorious performance, I must say.
Well played, you two.
The rite is ended.
Alright. Now let's head on back. And it is getting quite late at this point, so I think this next one probably does need to be our penultimate rite, so if there is anything we would still like to see before the night is through, this would probably be our last chance to make that happen. And Lilac says, alright, let's turn Customize off for this one. That can be arranged. We can do... Oh! On the boat. And also... Falcon Run. Despite Lilac not being one of the participants in this match, Falcon Ron makes an appearance. Alright, I mean, I suppose we're ready.
The fate shall confront the accusers.
And it's... Oh, for a second that looked like that was triple saps for Phaler. No, it's double sap and Orlek. Then it's a crone, a demon, and an imp for core. So, interesting setups here. Perhaps the influence of Falconron... Oh, dear. The influence of Falconron, we are seeing it here before our very eyes. As we did also see a Howler. Now, is that because of... Yes, okay, that's because of the salute. Not necessarily because of a cursed talisman. But it is a little cursed, I suppose. Even if not, I mean... I feel like we need a photosensitivity warning for that.
Into the adversary's flame.
Orlek goes for the leap. Oh, and he got a decent one, but that was nearly an even bigger one. It is possible to get a full arena leap with Orlek. With any demon, for that matter, but Orlek in particular on the boat. It is also possible to lock down a whole lot of the arena with those saplings, and Phaler checking for the exploding sapling doesn't have it at least on Manly. Core not especially eager to try to fight his way through that wall of saps and saplings. Meanwhile, Phaler gets into throwing range with his sap, and this throw one off the maximum, 24 rather than 25 damage. Oh, is that a hangover Jody? Did she have the Tailwind Crest last time?
Take you to notice, Liz?
I notice now. I believe that is a... What would that mean her speed is? Is her speed 1? Oh, that's extra damage as well on that sap throw. But yeah, that Jody is living life in slow motion. Oh, and nearly a boat magic plunge from Orlek. As one score may be all that Phaler needs here. And also the Numbing Gust for Phaler as well, slowing core down there. Core blocks, banish, but does set up a dangerous portal. Phaler with Orlek. Interesting trajectory on that jump. Went a little all over the place, but he did go down. And now core defenseless here, at least until Raji makes his return. Oh, but Phaler shields it off and sets up the winning plunge with his sap. GG.
Accomplished effortlessly, I might add.
Well played, you two.
Thus end this night's proceedings.
All right. Well, let's head on back.
Until the stars align.
I think Falconron was certainly felt in that customize off match as he gave core a 1 speed, if not possibly even less than that, quickness, Jodariel. And the almost triple saps for Phaler as well. But this will now be our final rite of the night, our liberation rite. So for this one, we'll have both players taking their preferred teams to finish things off in style. We'll go Never to Return Accusers Edition, which is not something we hear very often. So let's go check it out.
Why, hello, exiles. You are gathered at the fall of Solium. Here you may yet prove your worth. Let us see which one of you is more deserving. The Fate, stand ready. Accusers, stand ready. Now we shall get started.
Alright, so as we were saying, this will be our final rite of the night, our liberation rites. No requests from chat for this one. Both players just taking their preferred teams to finish things off in style. Yeah, we have a liberation-specific emote. Liberation Rite. That's a Prayer Beads Pamitha in the lead spot for Phaler. Whereas Core goes extra jumping distance with Gilman from that legendary talisman. Speed throwing Volfred in the second spot for Phaler. Speed moving Jodariel in the second spot for Core, and this time she will not have the hangover effect. Titan Tooth Jody is Phaler's final choice. Whereas Core will go Exploding Snadra. So alright, here we go, our final rite of the night, our Liberation Rite, Phaler on the left representing the Fate, and Core on the right representing the Accusers. Best of luck to you both.
Orb is up. The Gilman flung the orb into the flame. Once more like that, and we are finished here. The orb is taken. Unexpected. The orb flies true. 'Tis taken. The orb is up. And there it is, at last.
And there
The
it is.
accusers proved their worth.
GG.
As for their adversaries, they did not.
Well played, you two.
Thus ends the liberation rite.
And as we were saying, that was our final rite of the night, our liberation rite. So thank you everybody who participated in the rites today, and everyone who gave us the requests in chat as well. I am gonna hop out of Discord, but I will catch you guys next time. Alright, I believe they both already freed themselves from remote play. Just double check that. I'm pretty sure that's a true statement. Yeah, I think. I think they're free. So as I was saying, that was our final rite of the night, our liberation rite. So thank you everybody who participated in the rites today and everyone who gave us the requests in chat as well. This was of course Pyre Community Rite Night, and if you're interested in getting more involved in multiplayer Pyre, then the best way to do so is by joining the Rite Club Discord server, which you can do by clicking on that link right there. My name is Lids, I'm hosting these Rite Nights, and my streaming schedule is weeknights. We are doing a combination of the First Descendant and or Path of Exile 2. Then Fridays, we're doing Mass Effect Andromeda multiplayer. Saturdays, Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, and then obviously Sundays, Pyre multiplayer. Then Lids Vids on YouTube as well, posting the VODs for all those streams, so if you missed anything, you can catch it there as well. Also doing some Hades 2 videos straight to YouTube, in addition to, hopefully, a new Path of Exile 2 build guide video in, let's call it, a few weeks. Something like that. If you haven't done so yet already, of course, you can also hit the follow button to get notification for when I go live. Also at LidsVids on Twitter. I post there when I go live as well. But actually the best place to stay up to date on all things Lids is my Discord, which you can join by clicking on that link right there. But that's going to be it for me for tonight. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the stream. And I'll catch you next time.